justice where it needs to be. Spilling tea and truth for you and me. Mr. Coop's got radar for the shady and absurd. Georgie's giggles follow every witty word. Oh, the Timu crew wake up every morning bringing chat, breaking news. No yawning, Mr. Coop and Georgie show. Let's go. Don't miss the truth. They're always in the know. He's got eyes for bullshit, calling it out on the spot. If Georgie don't catch you first, he surely will hard or not. Georgie's laughs are contagious. Please don't break her. Tune in now. Let's watch this justice shaker. Mr. Coop's on the mic with that keen insight, sniffing out fakery like a hound's delight. Georgie's there clutching mic, stands in two hands. Her laugh so infecting it echoes through the land. They'll peel back the layers of every rumor and fib, and you better believe they won't take any snob's jib. Truth's their weapon, humor's their shield. Together they conquer every battlefield. Yeah, the Timo crew wake up every morning bringing chat, breaking news. No yawning, Mr. Coop and Georgie show. Let's go. Don't miss the truth. They're always in the know. He's got eyes for bullshit, call it out on the spot. If Georgie don't catch you first, he surely will hard or not. Georgie's laughs are contagious. Please don't break her. Tune in now. Let's watch this justice shaker. When the world's a circus full of clowns and mime, Mr. Coop's on patrol, there's no waste of time. Georgie's giggles burst like fireworks in the sky. One chuckle from her and you feel 10 feet high. They're the Dune and the duo, no capes but full of flair, calling out the bogus with style and flair. The Timu crew wake up every morning bringing chat, breaking news. No yawning, Mr. Coop and Georgie show on a roll, yo. Catch the truth before it starts to mellow. He's got eyes for bullshit. Watch him take a stand. If Georgie don't catch you first, he'll reprimand. Georgie's laughs are contagious. Please don't break her. Their justice is angels. Pranksters call the shakers. Keep your ears peeled, your spirits high. With Mr. Coop and Georgie, no lie can survive. The Timu crew's message is crystal clear. Laugh, learn, and live, 'cause they're always near.
Hey, good morning, Skipper. What you cackling about?
It's not often I can catch the beginning of the show, but whenever I do the laugh at the end of that, always gets me.
There you go. Chat. How y'all doing this morning? As you can see, Miss Georgie is taking the weekend off, and I got the Skipper man on here to hang out with old Coop today. What y'all think? Give him a big round of applause. Yeah.
I got tagged in, like this is some type of wrestling match.
Right on.
No,
It-
it all just worked out. I was supposed to have divorce court this morning, and it got changed, and I already had the day off, and I was like, well, it's Friday, so I'm not going into work.
Oh, hell yeah. We can have fun today. I know you like being on the camera. We can do that if you want to.
I don't mind.
Yeah. Oh my God. There's Uncle Skipper. Daddy's home.
You're embarrassing yourself in front of your child.
Oh my
two
man.
children are laying here watching me.
So guys and gals, yes, we got
Daddy's home.
He's hanging out today. Is he? Y'all going? They ain't no telling where this shit'll go today.
I am using Georgie's mug though.
There you go. There you go. And it
I'm
is, huh?
I'm considering making up just T-shirts that just says for Charlie.
Hey, there you go. But remember, boys and girls, it is
It's the best
Friday ever. Oh, I can't use my headphones. Why not, DW? So yeah, we're gonna have fun with Skipper today. So what do we got on the agenda? We gonna talk shit about who today?
Well, I haven't been I didn't watch The Fleas or any of them last night.
Oh,
But
I did.
I did hear I'm still laughing that I'm in Shara's video. I won't lie. That I was at work yesterday and I actually turned on Rosalind Duke's channel and she was talking. I was in there commenting, and then all of a sudden I start getting messages, "You're in Shara's video," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So that one I pulled up on my phone, and I watched. I had both of them on, and I was laughing so hard.
All right, who's yakking? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, yeah, I went over and watched. Matter of fact, I watched it a couple of times last night. I didn't even know that this idiot called the police.
So, if any of you sleuths, so the date of her calling was July 15th. That was when I was on vacation. In fact, that day was the first day I did a skipper on the beach. So if you're gonna go watch, I did an hour-long thing. I was trying to pull up the transcript and I kept getting sidetracked yesterday. I'm trying to think about what I said because what she was talking, it did not make sense. Apparently, something I said in her mind proves that Jeremy made a false CPS complaint.
This woman is a lunatic. I mean, she's an absolute loon. I mean, come on. Jeremy Hells has never denied he called one time. Okay, once. Okay. These idiots are trying to make it sound like it's been an occurring thing that Jeremy Hells just made call after call after call, and he hasn't. But then again, we know how they like to twist shit. You know?
Georgie turned into a bald man.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of interesting that she actually called the police. You would think by now she would learn her lesson to stop calling on this stupidity. There, even if you did, even if Jeremy called all 33 times, okay, there is no law against him calling family services if he thinks there's something wrong.
We know Jeremy called. We know I called. We know her daughter called. We know that who else? The one woman from Northport, I think, called. We know John's sister called.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think she's accused Landon of calling. So that's 6 people. So already that would mean Jeremy could only have called 25 times.
Right. But the chat, we never encourage anybody to make those phone calls. If you make them, that's on you, but we don't encourage it. But there's been a lot of people call. I know there's one. Oh, you can add another one on there. There's one more I know of. I'm not going to name them because I don't want them to get crucified by the people, but there is somebody on Facebook I do know that's called. But hey, I just don't understand Lynette's logic behind all these phone calls to 911.
For those of you just new to the show, Georgie is not here today because she is driving across state lines to abort our love child.
That's got to be freaky as shit. How you could have a child with somebody when you're 2,000 miles away from each other?
Yes, 2,000 miles.
Oh my God.
Did I drive through You know what? I don't think we went through Tennessee when I was in South Carolina. We drove to Ohio. We drove through North Carolina. I think we went from North Carolina right into West Virginia. I wasn't driving. Um,
Oh, you
but
probably come down the eastern side. She's kind of above Georgia, so you
yeah,
were
yeah,
on
we
that
weren't.
side.
I don't think like I don't think I've been within 100 miles of her in several years.
Right, right. Hell, I live closer to her than you do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But
but
we will be on the cruise. So if anyone is interested in coming on the cruise and hanging out with all of us, come on the cruise.
yeah, there you go. There you go. It's not too late to book your seats. It's not
It's
too
not.
late. Uh,
Hanu's talking about coming.
oh, is he talking about coming now? That's cool. That's cool. He
He
can
asked
catch
me
her.
for the Huff's contact information because now that he's bought his house, their finances are calming down.
There you go. There you go. We're gonna have to get him on here one day. You know,
I
get him
keep
to
telling him
talk.
he's got to do more live streams.
Right.
He is good on camera, and like he's like, I feel like when I'm on with you guys, I'm just too quiet, and I'm like, well, you have good opinions and good outlooks on stuff. You'll get comfortable.
Right. Right. I mean, it's nerve wracking. I mean, taking that first step, but once you take it, you can't let your nerves
You,
control you. You have to just push forward through it.
you just got to do it. Like if you watch my old shows are so bad. Like
Yeah.
um, they're so embarrassing to me. I do want to do a show where like I play my old content and have people roast me. I know TC's like all for it. He'll be like signed up.
Right on. Right on. Well, you said that he likes to do the airsoft stuff.
Connor does,
Back
yeah.
when I was playing paintball, that's basically the same thing. It's just a different kind of ammo. But we didn't have the opportunity to do all of what we're doing right here because that was way before I started the YouTube thing. Man, I would have gave anything. Holy cow, what do we got here? Double Karma's in the house. What you got to say, Double Karma? Folks need to give Georgie just needs time to process all the shit. So try not to take things Georgie says too personally. Okay. I don't think anybody's worried. I think she's doing what she needs to do. She be
Yeah,
good. She be good. But
yeah.
thank you for the $5 super chat.
Georgie had
Thank
stuff he
you, my
wanted to take
friend.
care of today, and I fully support it. And I was like, hey, this actually works if you and Coop want me to sit in. And she was like, oh my God, she was like, yeah, I'll talk with Coop.
Man, I don't have any problem with it. You're one of the few people that I like to be around.
It sucks because some days I want to jump in when you guys are talking about stuff. And I know you guys would be like, oh, come on in. But I just don't have great service. And we've seen how well my phone works.
Right on, right on. But you're here now. You're here now.
Oh,
Christopher,
yeah.
welcome aboard.
Oh, there's Chris Elder. Everyone should check out his channel, Mill to Vet. Good guys over
I
there.
I am subscribed. I am subscribed. But I'm subscribed to so many people. I don't get everybody's notifications.
I had a good
But
chat
yeah.
with him the other day. He had called me, and yeah, me and him. I like what him and Yogi do. Unfortunately, he's all the way up in Washington, but Yogi's down here near me. He's in San Diego, so I should reach out to Yogi and we do some stuff.
Oh, Al Walker's in the house with another $5. What you got to say, brother? Breaking news. The refiling of Lynette's bankruptcy case is now on the verge of being canceled. Judge is fuming at the bankruptcy attorney. Ho, ho, ho. Oh. Al, I'm assuming that there's been a filing and this is coming from that filing, I'm assuming. What you cackling at over there, Mikey?
You know what? It just brought me. I've got a, and if one of the fans want to send us some, I think me and Georgie and you all need gavels that we can hit on camera.
Oh, I can make us gavels on my lathe.
Oh, there you go.
We can most certainly do that. So yes, mental note: make some gavels. That would be so easy to make on my wood lathe. Some custom gavels.
I've
Yeah,
got
I
so
could.
many props around here now. We've got Lacey, we've got Harley Grace, we've got racism gong.
Oh my God, you talk about Harley Grace. Holy shit. I figured you would be topic of conversation last night, and you weren't. You
You know,
weren't.
they get tired of me.
I mean, man, they threw a flipping seal last time you did the first show. And I figured, oh my God, here we go. They are going to be all over him because he had a trifecta going on. I mean, it had Garly Grace, but he also had Bone Sucker. And they are so protective of Bone Sucker for some reason. I don't know why.
Send money.
Yes, 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 yes. Oh, I just knew that puppet show was going to get you just trashed. Coop, that means them part of the Mile High Club. Okay, Alan. But yeah, they have been so headstrong on trying to protect Mr. Bonesucker that it's been unbelievable. And with you doing your show, I'm just like, okay, this is going to be fun. This is going to be entertaining.
Carol sent to me the bankruptcy judge is ready to throw out the bankruptcy because lawyer didn't file all the paperwork. He has 3 days.
I'll pull that up because I'm pretty sure that I'll send it to you as well. I'm pretty sure Al sent it to me. What is this? What do we got here?
Al, you can call me Betty.
Oh, September 5th. This was probably when they refiled.
There's the grinder. And yes, prayers for the Kirk family. I did see that Tyler Robinson is being held.
Right. Where did that get put? Oh, Madam Mayor and Brett and Teresa in the house.
Yep, they are. They're here.
Hey, hey. Good morning, good morning, good morning. What is this? Oh, that's the thumbnail case. All right, Al, I can't find the I'm assuming it's a motion that the judge filed that says he's unhappy.
Here, I've got it. I can send it to you. There you go.
I could have swore Al put it in the server.
He may have. Yes.
Oh yeah, it's just a screenshot.
The only people you should contact are us, and that's to send us props for the show.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the yeah, this is a screenshot of the docket, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'll pull that up. We can take a look at it.
A VA video appointment. I've been through those, Donnie and Murray. There's Bestie. Good morning. She needs a mental health break as she drives across state lines to get that sucker sucked out of there.
Well, dang it. I think I'm going to edit this to just go down to where we can see just the
that's real.
Yeah, knowing them fools. I can hear Fleece now when she hears about it. All right. Maybe this will help things.
Maybe she'll call Levy County Sheriff. John was watching Veterans Nations, and he said that Georgie's is driving across state lines
That would be hilarious. All right, let's see if we can see this on here. I don't know. We might be able to. We can yak about it a few minutes. I don't even know if you can read that, Skipper. I can't read it. It's so dang small.
I'll pull it up on my thing and then read it.
I can read it over here. It's just reading it on the screen ain't going to happen for me. That's way small.
So it's docket text filed yesterday. Final notice to proof of service. Jerome Saran is hereby reminded of the requirement to serve document referenced herein and file certificate of service within 3 days. Failure to comply with the FLNB noticing requirements may result in the hearing being canceled and or matter being denied for failure to comply with the noticing requirements.
Wow. So this guy, he's supposed to be this top-notch $6,000 lawyer. He's
gonna drive Jeremy wild.
Yeah, he's oh man, Felicia had the gall to talk about that last night. She's still claiming that the whole $6,000 went to this guy.
She goes through attorneys like she goes through husbands.
Oh yeah. What is she up to? Like 4 or 5 now? Well, you had Bubbles, you had Stark.
I think she's at 6.
Yeah, you had Bubbles, Stark, Silver Scam, the one up in Ohio. She's got this guy now.
Yeah, I think that's 6. Lisa or Leslie.
Well, yeah, I guess you could throw Leslie in there.
Can we count paint chips? I know he's no longer an attorney.
Right.
But
Darren, so Georgie's not here because of phone sex with Georgie.
How bad was phone sex back in the day?
Oh my God. It's absolutely insane.
What are you wearing?
Yeah. I don't have imagination for stuff like that. I mean, come on. Coop.
I think
set your goal.
Worse than phone sex was cyber sex. That was so much cringe.
Well, I got Georgie's daughter in the chat, Miss Kinley. She's yelling at me, and now I got Georgie behind the scenes. She's yelling at me. So I guess we're gonna have to set the goal. You're gonna have to do the wheel.
Set the goal
for keychains. That's usually a Tuesday and Friday thing, and
keychains now.
Huh? We give them away.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you've missed that?
No, I mean, I probably have heard it and it's just not registered.
We've been setting a goal, and a super chat goal, and when we hit the super chat goal, we put all the names that do the super chat goal on the wheel, and then we spin the wheel, and whoever it lands on, they get the keychains.
Oh, okay, so that's what you guys were talking about, the wheel. Okay, I'm an idiot.
No, you just didn't know, man. It's all right.
No, but, I will hear things, and it's just not processed. It actually, I will say this. When I was married, it used to drive my ex crazy, and I get it. It's a fault of me. It just, sometimes those wires, they just dangle and they don't connect.
Right.
Dangle.
But yeah, we've been doing it for a little over a month now. We do it. We were doing it just on one day, and so then when we went to
$25 today,
huh?
Are we trying to get like $25?
Yeah. But yeah,
or 20 pounds. I don't know what the conversion rate is anymore.
Yeah.
It used to be almost $2 or $1.50 to every 1 pound.
I have no idea what the conversion rate is, but so we've been doing it for a while.
75 cents.
Georgie's, she's doing coasters now. Have you seen the coasters?
No.
Yeah, she get a set of 4 Temu Crew coasters. Oh, man, I ain't even got it set, and they're already coming at me. So Hold on. Nancy and Pickle Tink. Oh my goodness. Nancy, write Nancy and Pickle Tink down there, Skipper.
There we go.
I like money.
Okay, goal has been started. All right. Here we go, guys and gals. There you go. We're gonna do keychains today. Whoever wins the wheel will gain 2 keychains. I will ship them out ASAP to whoever wins. So whoever wants to get on the keychain giveaway. Oh my goodness. Doris has been a member for 2 months of Kooks. Yeah. So let it begin. So there we go, guys and gals. So you got Pickle Tink and Nancy wrote down.
There we go.
All right, here we go. We got Kiko coming in the house. We got Jimba
I
coming
need
in
to
the
write these
house.
down.
Yeah,
Hold on.
because you're gonna have to put them in the wheel,
Okay. I gotta find I do have paper.
or you can copy and paste.
What's his name from Waterworld? Paper.
Beeper.
Okay, we got Nancy
Right,
and Pickled Tink.
and you got Kiko. Kiko.
Kiko.
And you got Jemba. GEMB.
Okay. There we
You
go.
got Mary just rolled in there with a $2. I'll go slow.
I see Rick.
Yep, got Rick. Holy cow, I have my favorites is in there. Faves, how you doing? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, we got Pickle Tink again. So if they get it, if they're on there, just put them on there however many times there, Mikey.
Okay.
Because if they go once or 5, their name goes on there 5 times. All right. Oh, we got DR in the house with another $2.
Okay, got him.
Oh, fan character wearing heart-shaped sunglasses. All right, Dwayne. Dwayne's in with Dwayne Raps in with a $2. We got Kelly in with a $5.99.
Thank you.
We got Kiko again. Woo! Kiko coming rolling in with another $2. We got Angela. Master Jack come rocking it with $2 super chat. Yeah. Where you at?
Master Jack. Okay.
Yeah. And we got Mr. Paul Voss in with a $10. Look at him go. Timu Crew. Like Captain Cabald.
Another Kiku.
Yeah, another Kiko.
All right.
Carol Welsh come rolling in with a $2. My goodness, you guys are flipping awesome.
Nancy.
Yeah, got Miss Nancy.
She's saying
Happy
just open the wheel. The name's already on it. She's not.
Oh,
even
she's
here.
putting
She's
it
yelling
on.
at me.
So you're putting them on, Georgie? Pickle Tank. At it again. Be safe, Georgie. Carol Welsh come rolling in with another $2. Oh my goodness, you guys are fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. We just hit the 15. I mean, what were we going? 10 minutes maybe? I didn't know Georgie was writing them all down. Oh, there's Miss Palmer's come rolling. Come back here. Come rolling in with a $2.
They're not on the list.
Huh?
As I click them, they're not on the list.
Do what now?
I clicked on the wheel and their names aren't on the list.
Well, if they're not, Georgie will have a probably a list over there she can send you, and you can probably just paste it right in there. But you got Miss Palmer's on there?
Palmer's?
Oh, wow. Dwayne Rapp's been a member of Coop's Kooks for 6 months. That's absolutely awesome.
Carol Walsh again.
Yeah, there's Carol come rolling in with another 2.
You guys, this is a good little thing you guys got going.
We do it about twice a week. Georgie will do it one day on her. I'll do it one day on me. Got Carolyn
again. There you go.
All right, man. They just keep rolling in. That's usually how it works. But man, these guys are just absolutely. Oh, Jimba just gifted one membership. She gets put on the list as well. Who we got here? We got Susie coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. Oh, James been a member for 5 months. 5 months. My goodness. My goodness.
Work this morning.
Right on. My phone's going off like crazy. Georgie's over here probably typing away.
I've got alligator on. Someone just texted me.
Oh shit. Yeah, she's made it easy for you, Mikey. She's putting the names in the in our chat.
Okay.
Holy cow moly, Mama's home early today. Miss Palmer's in with another $2. This is absolutely amazing. I really want a keychain, Miss Palmer says. You've seen the keychains, hadn't you, Mike?
I may have. Because we like talk a lot. And that's what people like. We send stuff to each other all the time. So I probably have.
All right. Coming. Where are they at? Come on.
Okay. I think I got them all in here. I think we're all caught up. So I've got it going.
Okay, we're gonna call a stop on it right here. Okay. We'll call a halt to it, but that's the keychains right there, Mikey. I laser engraved them on my laser. It has my logo on the front, has Georgie's on the back. Oh, we got Miss Carol come sliding in the back door with another $2. All right.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to share the wheel.
Right. And that list is huge. My goodness. Can we say huge?
So you just let me know when you want me to spin?
Oh, go for it, man. Spin her away.
Okay, hold on. Get us a drum roll. And the winner is Jemba.
Susie.
Susie. Congratulations.
Pickle Tink, at this point, we just grab in the box and just pick out the keychains because it's just an assorted color in there. It's just some of them I've got more of. So we just play it as an assortment, okay? Because I might not have the light colored brown ones today, or I might not have the red ones. So it's just easier. We just pick a keychain, we ship it out. But have you seen Georgie? I know you've seen Georgie's coasters.
Yes, I did see those.
Those are very colorful and bright.
Hi, Tran.
But yeah, there's the coasters right there.
She was sending us updates.
Oh, this is the final versions right here. But yeah, we do it about twice a week. She'll do it on her channel and one day, and then I'll do it on my channel.
I came up with an idea that I think I sent to you, but I sent to her of a new T-shirt for fishing. So I got to get that one.
All right.
That'll be on my list today.
Susie, do me a favor. You know the drill, guys and gals. Email is going across the bottom of the screen. So Susie, just send us an email with your address, your name, and since you're on here with your real name, I'm assuming. If that's not your real name, make sure and tell us who you are in the subject line.
Thank you, kitten.
And we will get that out to you ASAP. Thank you so much for everybody that participated today. You guys always.
Love having everyone give us money.
It is awesome. You guys always trip me and Georgie out when it comes to this stuff. It's totally amazing. Amazing. Mama's in the house.
Oh,
Mama's home. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Well, that just killed about 15 minutes. Oh, it could be on email to email and about a minute screen. Okay. Georgie's getting it going. And we got Carol Welsh.
she's still sending money.
She's still sending money.
We hit the goal.
We've already hit the goal. It's awesome. It's awesome. Oh yeah. So for everybody that sent in super chats for the wheel,
Thank you, my friend.
and then of course we got words from our illustrious supporter. Mr. Bonesucker says, "Give him."
And if you didn't win on the wheel, you can try next time.
Yep. We'll be back bright and early with it again next Tuesday. Yes. Oh, Mama Coop, good morning, Paul Voss says.
That's why you guys are successful and your channel's growing. You're doing new and interesting stuff.
We try.
You'd be surprised. Like so many channels don't do stuff, and then they're like, they get mad at their audience, and it's like, if you're not doing this and having fun, I don't know why you're doing this.
Oh, it's a blast almost every day. Every day it's a blast. You know, the keychains and the coasters, Georgie and I, we both handcrafted those. Those aren't something that we just bought off the shelf or bought off of Temu. We actually, worked to make them. And it reflects our channel, and it gives the audience something to remember us by. You know what I mean?
See, I get that, but I like putting those kids in the sweatshops to work.
Oh, this fat kid was working out in my hot ass shop making them keychains. But I have been looking, man, dude, I'm telling you, 3D printers, oh my God, they are ridiculously cheap right now.
I was considering getting one. Me and Slug had some conversations about it because he's got one, and he's got some good opinions on them too.
Oh, dude, I've been looking at, Bamboo Labs have been my favorite that I've been looking at for a while. And they're not that expensive. You can get set up for about $500, but there's some out there that's even cheaper now that are just as good. Like I've been looking at one, I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's Amazon $3.99. You get the actual 3D printer and you get the spool holder to where you can print up to 4 colors at one time. Look at that nice shiny dome there.
Sorry, I just had Yogi text me. And I see that TC's here. He probably heard of me saying that we should do a roast skipper show. And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm in.
All right. Oh, man, I've lost everything. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for everybody that participated in the wheel today. Greatly appreciated. As you guys all know, please hit that like button. Teach old ScrewTube to send us out into the interwebs. You know what I mean? And if you get a little bit of time, grab the link, share it on all your social media sites. Let's see if we can't grow this little potty a little bit bigger. Skipper, can you do a Muppet show?
Yeah, I can actually. The only problem is I only have 2 hands. That's if you notice when I do the show, Harley Grace doesn't move. And that's so I can do puppeteering with one hand and then producing with the other.
There you go.
At least
there
that's
you
what I
go.
tell people I'm doing with the other.
Does Blue pop over, or does Blue poop all over your shoulder? Oh, well, most of the time he doesn't. Most of the time they save all of that for their cage, but every once in a while, they'll have an accident. That's why, I change my shirts throughout the day. I better set this thing to quiet or it's going to be just ringing
You know
off
what's
the hook.
funny is I was at a service dog event on Sunday, and we were celebrating a guy I know, Bob. He's a Vietnam veteran, and he did a badge of honor flight. And those are a really big honor if you get selected for one. And he got selected for one. And because he was a Vietnam veteran, another Army vet that I'm really good friends with said, I'm going to plan a welcome home for him. So we had all of our service dogs. We probably had about 30 people, 20 service dogs there to greet him back because, he didn't get a welcome home from Vietnam. So we wanted to do that for him.
Oh,
And what
that's
was
awesome.
funny is, we did that, and then we're all getting ready to go to lunch, and Glory starts signaling to me that she's got to, go to the bathroom. So I'm like, okay. And I had her outside. This dog can be picky sometimes. She like was looking and wasn't going, then just kind of looked at me like, no, don't gotta go. And I was like, okay. So then I went back to doing what I did, and we went back inside. As soon as we get inside, she was like, "Oh, this is where I want to go," and she popped a squat. So uh, it's funny. Even service dogs will have accidents.
There you go. Oh, Pickle Tink. When are y'all going to print some stickers to sell or give away? Now, I will tell you right now, if Skipper's got
I got
stickers, and
stickers.
I do have stickers on my fourth wall, and Georgie does too as well. So does Skipper. Mods, if you don't mind, push that fourth wall for the stickers. But whenever I send out something to somebody like a keychain, they do get a sticker. Chick, 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 chick. I put one of those in every keychain that goes out.
I've got your stickers on my computer, and I moved them. I had them over here, but I've got stickers that when people sent me stuff, I drop a couple stickers in for them. The hard part with stickers is getting good ones that are not expensive. That's
Right.
a trip.
I don't know how much Mama paid for these. These are the good ones that you can literally put out on your car, and they'll be good for a long time. But see how it's got the laminate over the top
Mhm.
of it? That's
Yep.
supposed to be like UV resistant. But yeah, everybody that wins a keychain that I send out, I always put a sticker in it. But if you're looking to purchase stickers, fourth wall, both
I'm gonna be
Georgie,
right
Skipper, and yeah, go for it, man. Both Georgie, Skipper, and sell stickers on our fourth wall. I'm leaning towards trying to get away from fourth wall. I mean, it's a good outlet to sell merchandise, but it can get expensive over there for the purchasers. So I'm not real happy with the pricing that are on the stickers over on fourth wall. So I'm looking to get my website back up and going so you guys that want stickers can buy them from there because they'll be, I think, a little cheaper.
These
Oh,
are a little bit cheaper stickers. I kind of keep these around for kids because
there
they're a
you
little
go.
bit cheaper of a sticker. But I just got these, and these here we'll do an opening. I bought these off Temu. These are um, little bags, like little mesh bags.
Oh, that's got your logo on it.
They don't have my logo, but I'll show you what I'm planning on doing with these. So they're these little mesh bags, and you can cinch them up. And I got them for the cruise because I've got all these little mini rubber ducks, and people hide the rubber ducks. So here's little rubber duck. So I'm thinking I can tie these onto the rubber duck, and then I can put a Veteran Nation sticker and probably like a little business card or something. So what I'll do on the cruise is tell people, if you found this and you subscribe and leave a comment, I'll put you in to win a t-shirt or something.
Hey, there you go. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
I got a whole bunch of these little ducks.
Oh, those are cool.
Mhm.
When Mama was doing her pearl show, we used the ducks. Ours were a little bigger. They were the little rubber ducky types, and she put numbers on the bottom of them. Well, then people would. How were we doing that? They would buy a number or buy a duck, and then they'd buy a duck, and she would randomly pick it, and whatever number that was, that's what they won.
Okay.
We had a board that matched.
Yeah. Oh, little baby duckies. But yeah, when we get off of here today, I'll talk to you about some stuff I learned about on the 3D printing stuff. And I think you might be interested in that to the point to where I'm literally thinking about 3D printed figurine keychains. Like I can take a picture of you, put it into Chat GPT. I can render say I wanted a picture of you and I wanted to turn you into a Funko Pop. Okay. I could turn you into a Funko Pop, get a 3D rendering of the front, side, and the back, and then pull it over in this other program and literally 3D print a small or big version of you as a Funko Pop. Okay. And I think that would be awesome. You print them out like, 2-3 inches tall, and you put a keychain in top of them. Boom. You got a personalized one of a kind.
I'll tell you what I really want to get. What I really want to get for a 3D printer is, or the reason I want a 3D printer is because my son, he is really into a lot of D&D stuff and Warhammer, and a lot of these guys are 3D printing so much of the stuff nowadays because it's crazy expensive.
Pickle Tink, I'm not sure if Georgie's putting stickers in hers yet or not. I don't know if she has them yet. So there might be one in there. I'm not sure. I found Valentine ducks for the crew.
So I'll put some little stuff in here, and then we'll hide the ducks on the cruise.
Hey, there you go. There you go. That'll work.
And we are looking for anyone with cadaver dogs. TC, thank you for the reminder. If you know of anyone with cadaver dogs, preferably near Minnesota, reach out to myself or TC. We're trying to help a family find a lost family member. Oh,
so you're looking for somebody to help find a family. Okay. Gotcha. Buffed old man. Good morning. How you doing, brother? Oh, Kit and Valor, what you got to say? My husband made rockets for the grandkids. Oh, okay. It was a big hit. He's been making so many 3D printed toys. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is just the sky is the absolute limit with this shit, Mikey.
We've been talking about making a trebuchet.
A trebuchet or trebuchet?
I think the French pronunciation is trebuchet, but we just want to throw shit into the desert.
That'll work. You ever watched the pumpkin chunking?
No.
They have them huge trebuchets, slinging them pumpkins. Oh my God. I think that's in October, or maybe November. But yeah, every Thanksgiving season, they come out with pumpkin chunking. And
my mom gets so mad because when I go back to Ohio, especially in the summer when we're out on the boat, we'll go to like the dollar store, Dollar General, and they have like some of those workout bands, and we'll buy those. And the thing is, all you need is that and duct tape, because duct tape, you can make a little like cup, and then you now have a 3-man slingshot. And we taught the boys how to get like you got to use like small tomatoes and stuff, but you can launch those things super far.
Now, see, being from the X generation, that kind of stuff. If we'd have thought about stuff like that when I was a kid, oh my God, we'd be in so much trouble. We'd probably be in the back of cop cars every day.
My cousin and my uncle, instead of making a potato cannon, they took it and actually made a bigger cannon. Like it was probably about 4.5 foot long out of PVC pipe, 3 inch, and they made a tennis ball cannon. And
Oh shit!
I forget, it was some type of calcium little rocks that he would put in the cap in the back. He'd spray it and then cap it up real fast. And he actually had a flint. And when he would turn the flint is when it would ignite the hydrogen gas, and this thing would go whoop. And when we would shoot
Dang!
it at night, like that tennis ball that we were shooting would be on fire, and you'd be able to see it up in the sky at night. Of course, by the
Holy
time it
cow!
landed, it would be out.
And same kind of accelerant, just a spray.
Yeah, it was like calcium hydroxide. I remember it was these little rocks, and they were little gray rocks, and we'd put them like it was a normal screw cap for a PVC pipe. You'd put them in there and just spray water, and then cap it up, and it would release hydrogen gas. Just not a
Right.
lot, but just a little bit. But then when you hit that flint, it would boom.
Ignite it.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure with the potato guns, didn't they use like a hairspray or something that was flammable in a spray can?
Yeah.
They'd
But I do
spray it in
remember
there, put the cap on it.
it wasn't strong enough to shoot the tennis ball, and if you'd use these rocks in a potato cannon, it was too powerful to blow the end off.
Gotcha. Who remembers the old tannerite?
Oh, you can still get tannerite.
They used to sell it like crazy at Rural King, and I
Pure
haven't seen it
tannerite.
in there in a long time. But my goodness, that stuff's fun to play with. You talk about having some absolute fun and getting the cops called. You shoot off one of them tannerite containers. Oh, Georgie's posting Mikey's vetnation.com. Now, is that your fourth wall or is that just your website?
That is my fourth wall. I actually don't have a landing page. I bought that website, so that is my domain name. But it takes you right to the fourth wall. To the
Oh,
fourth
okay.
wall store.
Gotcha.
I A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're a 501c3. You should have a landing page." I honestly, I didn't know what I was going to do with the 501c3. I still don't. Like, I use it for. We'll sell T-shirts. I'll get some money. I think I've got like 30 some dollars in the account. And next veteran that reaches out that needs help, I'll be like, "Here you go. Here's a gift card."
Gotcha.
Um, I never wanted that to, or at least not now, make that a big thing and try. Like people tried to get me to build tiny homes and stuff, and it's like, well, I want to do my show, and if I'm doing that, I wouldn't have time to do the show.
Wow. That just, damn it, I lost train of thought. I was reading Buff Old Man's comment. Coop, you would love my former job. Before I retired, I managed and built Makerspace? Wow. A major university sites? University sites. We made so many things on our 3D printers. Yeah, 3D printers is something new that I've been looking at for a couple of years now. I just haven't took that leap. But yeah, Georgie and I, we're kind of screwed. We can't buy our domains because some idiot out there named Flips decided to buy them out from underneath us. And she's wanting like 20 grand.
Out of your mind. There are people who do that. Tug exposed the sheriff's department last night. Jeremy has another potential federal lawsuit against the county. Oh, he's had one. He has had one. And that's where he will get his money back when he eventually sues the sheriff.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Megan put in a FOIA's request for the DA's office up there and wanted every document with Jeremy Hill's name on it. I think she said last night they got over 500 documents showing, and they're reading them. and it's outlining how this DA up there and his henchmen aren't concerned with people that are breaking the law. They're concerned with going after Jeremy Hells.
Yep.
This is going to cost them big time.
And here's the thing: as they read those documents, you people need to know that is a violation of color of law. I've already made one FBI complaint against the Levy County Sheriff. But if you disagree with that stuff, that's where that needs to happen. Is the FBI needs to investigate Levy County.
Gotcha.
You can't treat one citizen different than another citizen. That is against the law. It's against the 14th Amendment.
Man, they were even, Felisa even called this district attorney. She even got a hold of these people trying to get Jeremy in trouble. And they have it on record in these documents where they're talking to each other, referring to Felisa, her whole name, everything, talking about what she's wanting, what she's doing. If they need any information, she'll provide all the evidence that they can.
Georgie said she's decided to keep our love child. She's turning around.
Hey, there's Dynamis. Dynamis, how you doing? Welcome. Oh, Sticky Widget in the house. I didn't see him, but somebody's talking to him, so that must mean he's here.
Oh, there he is. Welcome. Good to see you, Sticky.
Right on. I don't think I saw Shennemesis yet this morning. She might be out there lurking. She usually is. She pops her head up. We'll hit her button. Oh,
I was liking Jay Hip's stuff on X. I still have a couple accounts on X. One is Conspiracy Kitty's X account, Kitty Conspires. So if anyone's on X and they want to follow that, I'm not paying for premium. I'm not broadcasting there. But I do follow Jay Hip, and he had Megan's been going off on a lot of these people who just posted horrible crap about Charlie Kirk.
Oh yeah. Apparently there's a lot of people getting fired and a lot of people having to make retractions. And I mean,
I've been finding stuff and I've been sending it to a couple people. I'll tell you the big ones. Libs of TikTok and Scott Pressler are doing a great job outing these people.
I
also
don't care.
Yellow Flag.
I don't care if you like somebody or not. Okay, whether they're on your side of the fence or the other side, that doesn't give anybody the right to go out and physically harm another individual just because they don't like what they say. That's the whole point that's getting me. We're supposed to be the freest country in the world. Huh? What's that?
This is not cancel culture. We're not going after these people because we don't like their opinions. These people are advocating murder. And the thing is,
Right.
if they're a nurse, if they're a teacher, no, you should not have your children around someone who's perfectly okay with someone being assassinated just for an opinion.
Right. It wouldn't matter who it was that was sitting in that chair when, that bullet came down. It doesn't matter if it was Charlie Cook or if it was somebody that was left leaning. It's wrong, period.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point to where it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like you said, Skipper.
And honestly, one of the best responses I saw to Charlie Kirk's death was by a liberal. It was Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks. It was very sincere, and I retweeted it, and I give him a lot of credit because him and Charlie debating people is pretty. It takes a lot of courage to put your ideas out there and let people try to poke holes in them.
Right. I mean, that's one of the great things about America is to being able to debate and get your views and your thoughts out there in a peaceful manner, in my opinion. But shit.
Hey, Joe, when you see people out there celebrating and doing this stuff, screenshot it because they will delete and deny. Who was it? Stephen King tried that. He deleted his comments, and it's like, dude, what the hell?
But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of it falls in that line. You know, do I like Charlie Kirk? Yes, I do. I like a lot of what he has to say. We're not going to get on the he said, she said, or the left or right type of deal. This is more on the lines of he was a human being that did not deserve to be, unalived by anybody
Yeah.
just because of his thoughts. And I mean, the guy was a family man. He wasn't out here beating people up, and hurting people.
Mhm.
But I don't know. It's just crazy
And
people out there do crazy things.
people trying to turn this into a gun argument. He was killed with a bolt action rifle in a gun-free zone.
Yep.
So what common sense gun control would have prevented that? Because you're okay
Right.
with bolt action and you are the ones pushing gun-free zones.
Yep. Just like Skipper said. Oh, who is it? Who we got coming in here with Hey Joe? It was Scott, somebody,
Scott
who
Wilson.
brought the grand gentleman who wants to run for city council to my attention, and I called out the county that he lives in, and he has sent dirty delete posts. Oh, wow.
Scott is a really good dude. I have not met him personally yet, but I have had interaction with him.
Well, I got a feeling, you asked a question the other day who that Dan Owen guy was.
Oh yeah.
Well, he's on Tug and Macon's radar now, and
He's
I
assistant
feel
DA.
sorry for him. I feel
But-
sorry for him. They are going to dig up every stitch of dirt on that man.
And here's the thing, this is why everyone should be doing open records requests, because they will try to hide stuff. But it's also good. Like if you're doing an open records request, let me know you're doing it. I will do one in conjunction with yours. I happily will do that anytime because transparency will out all this crap.
Right. Megan was talking last night that these guys are trying to get away from emails and texts and trying to don't leave messages. They're trying to do everything over the phone
Yeah,
to where
they
there
wanna
is
hide it
no
all.
accountability. Huh?
Yep, they want to hide it all.
Right. And I'm like, hell no. But, they can do only so much over the phone. The rest of it, they're going to have conversations in email land, and they're going to have conversations that are going to track back to them. But I've heard Jeremy talk about a lot of this stuff when it comes to how the DA up there is messing with him, won't enforce his PO from Ohio and all of this shit. But I didn't know it went this far. And listening to Tug and Megan last night, they were literally reading emails where these guys are trying to go after him and tear his PO apart.
If maybe I'll reach out to them and see if they'll give me some of those emails. For nothing more than I will start writing letters to the Florida Attorney General, to Department of Justice, to the FBI. That's the thing. Writing letters, when you write letters, send it to a bunch of people because one might not do something, but then the other one, all it takes is one to start asking questions.
Well, the thing that's killing me about all of this, he's the literal victim. He is the victim in all of this. And they're trying to portray him as the criminal, while the real victim, Lynette and Crook, they're wanting to, those poor people. Bullshit.
Yep.
They created every bit of this, and everybody on that side is trying to just wash it under the bridge.
Yep.
I mean, for Christ's sake, her and Crook have been convicted in a court of law 3 times.
And here's the thing. We're talking about a county. A county is not a large government, folks. It is not going to take much to root out and clean up Levy County. All it's going to take is a bunch of us getting together and saying, we are going to keep doing open records requests. We're going to send emails. We're going to send letters, and we're going to do protests. And trust me, once you start opening your average voter's eyes up, things will clean up very quickly. We saw how
Yep.
quickly Otter Creek, you had Russ the Sus, you had Dan, was it
Don.
Dan? No, Don the Con. You had Mary. They're all gone. They're all gone. It is easy to clean up your local government. Very easy. State, federal, that's where it becomes difficult. But at a county level, this whole thing. I'm going to be doing a video on Duncan, Oklahoma. The amount of corruption I'm seeing out of them is disgusting, and everyone should go check out the videos on BZ Watchdog because he's the one who tuned me into it. And yeah, it is crazy, but you can clean up your local government very easy.
Well, speaking of Otter Creek, did you hear about the new grift?
Which one?
Lisa, she's going to grift for Married to Groot. Doesn't even know the woman. Doesn't
What?
even know the woman.
What are you
Why
doing
does
for?
she want to have anything to do with Married to Groot?
What? Well, what
You
do
know,
you?
Mary.
What does Mary need? Like,
My point exactly. Why is she reaching out or wanting to reach out to Married to Groot? Mary don't want nothing to do with YouTube.
what are you gonna do? Put up another bench?
The one-
You know
I
what?
still think that Chinaman's still swimming across the ocean, pulling that bench behind him.
You know what? How about we do a bench? How about we do a bench? Like, we'll send it to Travis. How about we do a bench and we get a bench put up in Tube Town before they ever get a bench?
Right? Oh, they would get mad if we did a bench and had
We show
Travis
how
put it in the
easy-
same spot on Jeremy's property that they're wanting to put it. What's this? What's this? That don't belong there. That would be a trip. It sure would be a trip. Oh, she needs money
Kirk-
and she is
Charlie
looking.
Kirk Memorial Bench in Otter Creek. How about that?
Oh my God. And you know, this is one of the things that really saddens me when it comes to Felisa. She's a avid Republican. She is a Trump supporter, but she acts completely opposite of the way a traditional Republican or conservative would act.
That's
And
because Trump's appeal is populist. Trump, he goes beyond your traditional Republican voters. Like, and I say this because I'm from Toledo, Ohio, Rust Belt town. Almost everyone in Toledo works for Jeep or has someone in their family that works for Jeep. So very blue collar worker, union town. And I can tell you, I can walk into so many bars in Toledo, your neighborhood bars, and be like, "Hey, make America great again." And they'll be like, "Oh, hell yeah."
oh,
And it's not
Al
a
says
Republican
Gabe
thing.
was going to go mow Mary's yard, and she said no, she didn't want it done. See,
There's just-
right then and there, Mary don't want no part of this crap.
You know what it is? It's because Lynette and them are on the outs, so they're trying to find someone in the city that they can start raising money for.
Right. Well, they got to have
Go
that
to Brian
grift.
Arena.
I think when they started off on the grift with Ray, I don't know, that kind of petered out real quick. I mean, they talked about it just very little, and then boom, it's gone. So maybe the audience isn't liking the idea. I mean, they've already done a lot of stuff with this money, you know, grifting for this money that people are frowning on. Just look at all these people that donated for the lawyer. And then when the lawyer didn't get paid for the right lawyer, her own chat turned on them saying, look, that's not what I donated for. I think she's lost a bunch of her support when it comes to the grift. What you think?
Oh, I think you're 100% correct. 100% correct. So all we would have to raise is $160 for a bench.
Yep. That'd be
I'm on board with that.
right
What do
on,
you
right
guys
on,
think?
wrong.
What do you guys think? Should we raise money for a bench in Otter Creek?
Now you going live
'Cause I know
tomorrow,
some-
right?
What's that?
You going live tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Something to
This
think about. Hey, we
who
got
who should we do a memorial bench for? How about to what's his name? The Hudson's dad.
who? What?
The Hudson's father? He was the mayor.
Oh, the Hudson sisters.
Yep.
Yeah, we could do something for that too. I do
I think
have a headstone guy. I got a headstone guy right down the road that does headstones for people. Maybe I need to stop in there and see how much one of those benches actually cost, because
I don't
they
think
collected $3,000 for that.
I have access to a laser engraver. So if I get a
Right.
little plate, I could get that engraved. And uh, I wonder if Travis would be willing to, if we bought this bench and had him put it together and place it at Tube Town, and then if I get a plaque and we just get it engraved.
Well, reach out to him. He gives us the okay. By God, we'll push that. We will push it. Um, what do we got here? Big Al says, I think Felicia collected 4,000 or 400. Well, she collected over 1,000 for a 400 set of tires. Oh, yeah. You talking about the tires? Yep. She collected far more money for those tires for that woman than what that woman got. But that's her grift, man.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
Anything
just using
over,
people.
yeah. Oh, where'd you go? Come back
Oh,
here.
I like this one a little bit better.
That one's even nicer.
Right?
And
it's
it's cheaper.
Right?
Wow. Yeah,
This is something to think about.
it
Like,
is. Yeah, it is. Oh, talk to Jeremy and Travis first, Fave says. Yep, I have my favorites. That's what I'm thinking. We get a hold of Travis.
yeah, I'll contact Travis. I don't think Jeremy would be interested in this, but Travis, I think just having a bench at Tubetown.
Yeah, you could put it right out there by the mailbox. That people could sit and sit down while they fill out the information in the book. I heard Flea needs to be stopped before she does any more grifting for anybody. Wait a minute. For her own pocket. Yeah, I agree with you, Mary. I agree with you. One of the emails that Tug and Megan were reading last night said flat out that the wall, the Great Wall of Otter Creek they built, only $5,000. We know for a fact she collected over $10,000 in cards, Amazon cards. So where did the rest of that money go? It was collected for a fence. So everything left over, why does she think that stays in her pocket? It was collected for the fence. So give it to the people that own the fence. Oh. Yeah. Only me. I think I was telling you about that last night when you were talking to me about only me. Yeah, this guy has literally said that he sent an email to Lisa telling her that the remaining money is to be sent to John and Lynette. Literally said it in an open chat.
He was so stupid. And then, okay, so the whole thing with only me is I was in Rosalind's chat yesterday and he was trying to pick a fight with me.
Call him Syrup Daddy and he'll walk away real quick.
Well, he got himself muted. I don't know if Kevin's here, but Kevin is a mod, and yeah, he got himself muted in Rosalind's chat. All like just coming after me, like
D spills the tea. Her channel is tanking fast. She knows she needs to come up with new. Yes, exactly. As a matter of fact, she had the audacity to sit there and explain that Tug and Megan need to find something else to move on to because they're dying. Their channel is dying. These are people that have between 14 and 18,000 views on one live stream. And she's got the gall to say that their channel is dying.
According to Bestie, Lisa is a registered Democrat.
I have no idea. Oh, what do we got here? Double Karma come rolling in hot with a $2 super chat. Oh, do it, Coop. Make the flea bag scream and howl. Oh, we try and do that every day. Get them, Skipper. Make them scream and howl. I'm so shocked.
I do want to say one thing about Rosalind. She's got some great animations on her show.
Yep.
And I know how to do those through OBS. I just don't use OBS. Maybe I should start using OBS for that.
Oh, you can do it right here. You know the little plus sign?
Yeah, they
You just
don't.
hit local video, it pops it up, plays it, and then you just close it out.
Yeah, I just maybe I'll have to on OBS. It's easier to like tailor them, so
Right.
maybe I'll look at that.
I
'Cause
tried
like the video.
OBS years ago. I just can't figure it out. It's just too much work for me.
It is a lot of work and it is very technical, but once you start realizing how to do it, it becomes easy. You just gotta. It's like a lot of this other stuff. You have to really kind of work with it.
There you go, Skipper. Sticky Widgets got a question for you.
Yeah, I thought you were in there, Sticky. I'm trying to think. Because I was in yesterday. I was in Rosalind's for a good bit. Normally, I can just pop in, say some stuff, and then I listen, and I don't really chat that much. But yesterday, I was actually waiting on a couple people for stuff, and I just had a lot of time to kill. So I was like, well, I'll stay in here as long as I can.
Oh, you
I
just
did watch.
animated like a
I did
What's
watch
that?
Madam Mayor and Brett, their response yesterday, which everyone should go check that out as well.
Yes. I think we had that pinned yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they had a good video. It's about an hour long, and them talking about everything that happened in court yesterday.
Mhm.
Was court yesterday or the day before?
Day
It was
before.
Wednesday. It was the day before.
Yeah,
That's right.
they recorded it after court because they did tell me that it was coming out.
Yamaha, what you got to say? Not surprising. Flea BS. Her way through everything does exactly what she whines about. Yeah, she does. She is a freaking hypocrite from hell. Everything that she complains about everybody doing is exactly what she does.
That's
Exactly. I
exactly how I watch
saw.
Sticky.
Huh?
Oh, Sticky Widget, it does what I do. Turns on stuff at work and half watches.
Yep.
I do that. Like I've always got something on my monitor because I just like that background noise. And I don't like other people at my office. They have TVs in their office. I don't want a TV. I'll just keep YouTube on in the background.
Oh, I do that a lot around the house. Is I'll be listening to somebody's YouTube channel, probably Tug or Jeremy. Somebody that's on for a couple of hours. I usually listen to them because most of the time anymore, I miss what they're doing. There you go. But a lot of times I actually miss when they come on live because I'm doing something else. So I always go back, listen later. Oh, Big Al, what you got to say when a stream that has about 100 people following and 50 of them are just observers and say something bad about a stream that is over 2,000 people in it? Yeah, that's about right. I don't think Tug and Megan need any advice from her. I think they're doing a pretty damn good job. I mean,
And we were talking about that last night. The people who like will message us, well, you should be doing this with your channel. It's like, oh, do you have a YouTube channel that's successful? Oh, you
yeah,
don't.
you
Like,
know, I like all the people that want to give you advice and want to declare on platforms how other people should run their shows or how other people do what they do. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, if you were successful at all, you need to make sure you're more successful than the person you're trying to teach. Because there's a reason they're up here and you're down here.
Right. And, and that's the thing. Like, my audience has changed so much. Like, my audience now is primarily female. And I'm a veterans channel. I used to have like men, only like 20% of my channel was female. Now it's like 60%. It's actually probably more like 55%. And, you have to change. In some ways, you do have to change for your audience because you want to give the audience what they want and they have to be entertained. But on other parts of that, you have to do what you want.
Right. Oh, what's the you got to say? It's like getting what?
Parenting advice from someone who's never been a parent, right? Right.
Yeah, right.
They're all
I mean,
experts.
if from what I understand, Felisa's never even had kids, has she?
No. But I'll say, Tug gave me some good advice, and I will forever be thankful to him. When he had me on and we talked, and Megan's given me great advice too. I won't discount her either. Like, hers was in a different realm. It wasn't about YouTube, but Tug gave me YouTube advice, and yeah, I listened because he's successful.
Well, speaking of that, remember when we had that show where Jeremy came on and we talked about business? One of his things that have stuck with me ever since that discussion is the community thing. If you want to be successful, you have to grow a community, a group of individuals that are like minded, that want to listen to what you have to say. And, Jeremy's got a hell of a business head on his shoulders. I mean, he knows what he's doing when it comes to YouTube. There is absolutely no doubt about that. And community is a big part of it.
That, and I've watched other videos, I've read things about making my YouTube channel successful. And, way before I was getting up to 1,000 subscribers before the Jeremy Hale stuff kind of put me on people's maps and put me on their radar. Uh, and I mean, I started when before I got to that, I think I was at 860. Way before I got to that, I started with like 20 subscribers, and it took me. I had to struggle to build, but things got better. I started paying attention to what the things YouTube straight up tells you. If you go on YouTube Studio, they give you videos that tell you exactly how to be successful.
Yep. And a lot of people don't use those tools. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't use many of those tools either. I'm still from the back in the day when they didn't have all those tools. But nowadays, it makes it so easy for somebody to become a content creator because they teach you. YouTube literally teaches you how to have a successful YouTube channel.
Like,
if you just go ahead.
I created my TikTok a month ago. And for those who want to follow me on TikTok, veteran.nation on TikTok. I haven't sat and like really dug into what does it take to be successful on TikTok. I will at some point, but right now it was just about creating it. Georgie was instrumental in getting me in TikTok. And I will eventually get there. I'm just right now, I after the whole thing with X, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to put a lot of my effort into the YouTube channel because that's kind of the bread and butter.
TikTok, I'm not a creator on there. I'm just a lurker, a follower. But from what from what I understand, I don't know about now, but I know in the past from listening to people that TikTok is a lot easier base to build from than YouTube is.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
With
Hello. Oh, there he
with
is.
each one of these, it's just different algorithms, so different things are highlighted. And that's whatever works on one won't necessarily work on the other. I can tell you X is very different than YouTube.
Oh yeah,
Very different.
I never could figure out X. But okay, TikTok. If you look at TikTok, TikTok is a lot like the YouTube Shorts. Okay, and look how the YouTube Shorts, how many views a YouTube Short gets, and then turn around and look at TikTok. It's basically the same format. It's just they're almost all shorts over there.
Yeah.
So I can see why TikTok would be a place to grow really fast if you put out, content.
Mhm.
I don't think TikTok's algorithm is set up as harsh as YouTube's, though.
I was just talking with a veteran who's starting a YouTube channel. He's going to start doing his own show. And I told him, I was like, check out this YouTube channel. It's called Post 10. It's a dude up in Maine. And all he does, his job is to clear culverts from these beaver dams. That's his whole channel. He just clears these culverts. He puts up videos and just shows you the video of him doing it. And it's pretty good watching. He's just a dude just doing his life. And he's got
Yeah, you told me about that the other day,
He's
and
got
I've
800
watched him. It's interesting watching him do it.
he's got 800,000 subscribers. And he's not doing anything. He's not trying to do anything other than that.
Right. You take a lot of these channels that are really huge right now. What happened?
But Ahmad says X is nothing but yell as hard as you can with BS. Actually, X is a conversation. And if you treat it like a conversation, you will grow there.
I still can't wrap my head around that. I know
I
you've
got
told me
over-
100 times about it. I just can't wrap my head around it.
What people do, the mistake people do on X is they'll start following all these big accounts, like I'm trying to think, like Steven Crowder or I'm trying to think like Scott Pressler, but Scott's actually pretty good. He if you interact with him enough, he'll follow you back. But some of these big accounts will never follow you back unless you have like 50,000 followers. But if you go in and start following the people who follow them, now you're getting like-minded people who are interested in the same things you are. And if you start having a conversation with them, it'll fill up your feed and it'll fill up their feed and put you in front of more people. The mistake people do is they always just follow 1,000 of the big accounts on X, and then just be a reply guy. You can't do that. If you reply to the people who are reply guys and get them to go back and forth, you will grow on X.
I'm still trying to figure it out. But, I focus mainly on YouTube, and I used to focus on Facebook really hard, but when they took my Facebook page, I just backed away from Facebook. I still
Facebook-
post over there, but not like I used to.
I'm still on there. I've got the group. I do enjoy interacting with the group. I've got my 2 accounts too. I've got mine, but people do not add the Mike Arthur account. I'm not going to add you. Add the Veteran Nation Foundation account. There, I will absolutely add you. I've got pictures of family members and like things about like nieces and nephews on my personal page, so I'm just not going to add you. That's not for
Right.
you. But if you want to interact with me, the Veteran Nation Foundation one, all day. If you want to join the Veteran Nation group, all day. Coop puts his links there. I put my links. It's good for Facebook is good for community building.
Yep.
I'm on Instagram, but Instagram is still making it too hard to go live.
Right. That's the one thing I do like about Facebook is you can start a group on Facebook and you can grow a community pretty quick if you get it in the right hands of the people that want it to grow. The thing I like most about Facebook groups is where it's not a message. You leave a message and wait. Like on a like page or a business page on Facebook, somebody can
post something, but yet you're not going to see it like right off the bat. But in a group, there's that constant communication with each other. Well, like the hate group over on Facebook. I mean, the same thing. If you want to grow a community, Facebook can be a good tool.
And they do have a community. The anti-ecosystem is actually a community. It's a toxic community, but they do have one.
Yeah, very well. It's like the Wild West. There's no management. There's no sheriff around. There's nothing. Those people just go in there. Oh, and that was another thing Felicia was just really railing on last night is that Facebook groups, they're all going to be in trouble. They think they can just post whatever they want and get away with it. They're all going to be in trouble legally.
And I
She's
get a lot of
bonkers.
people, especially when I first started, I had a lot of people, you should bring this veteran on, you should bring this veteran on. When dealing with a lot of these people are fake. They are fake people. Like there's a lot of veterans out there who are only about themselves. And I've always said this, I protect my brand. TC, I didn't just say, hey, TC, be my co-host. We did some work together and I was like, hey, I like this guy and he's different. He offers something that I don't. So I was like, hey, do you want to be my co-host? And he was like, sure. And it's funny because when we kind of went like this with subscribers and followers and everything, but we put together a community.
There you go. Yeah, I'll have to agree 100% with Jeremy. I mean, if you want to grow, you're going to have to grow that community. You're going to have to, and what's going to grow that community is your content. If you don't have the content, they're not going to stick around. You're not going to grow.
Yeah.
See, that's one of Lisa's biggest drawbacks that she doesn't understand. And I think she does understand it. She's just being her to be her, be a dumbass. But Jeremy is an entertainer. He puts out content that people are interested in watching because he entertains them. What's that?
He's a master troll. He is a master. Like he gets them to comment on everything. Lisa still thinks that Facebook group was run by Jeremy, and it's not. She's an idiot. In fact, all of her content is only pretty much Jeremy, which is a mistake. She has very little positive content, and it's very clear she's only out for money.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, that's already a given. To sit there and collect money and grift off of these people for a barn and for a Christmas for a child and for a fence, and then all this money comes rolling in, and the majority of that money doesn't make it to what it was collected for. Yeah, she's money hungry as hell. She keeps complaining, or she keeps boasting about, well, I have the receipts. Nobody's ever seen them. Your donors, me, I'm not a donor, so it's not. I don't have any dog in that fight, but their donors have came out of the woodwork and asked for the receipts and been denied.
Yeah.
What you see? What did I miss?
Oh no! I got a notification. It wasn't anything for us. That's one thing I hate about some of these places. They over notify you on things, and it's like, I don't care about that. I've never told you I cared about that. Why are you sending me notifications on it?
But yeah, if you're not entertaining, you're not going to hold your people. I mean, if she thinks for 1 second that the majority of her audience are people that actually like her, she's crazy.
I do this to make people laugh and entertain them. That's why I do this.
Right. Right. Exactly.
I've got my degree in journalism, but I'm not a full-time journalist. I'm not like Megan where I can actually spend a lot of time. I do research stuff, but it takes me longer than when I was actively working as a journalist. And the day where I have that time will probably come back again, and you'll see my content change a little bit. But I'm not Megan and Tug. I appreciate them. I appreciate their advice. My show's not going to be their show, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be.
Right. Right. Hey, Johnny D's in the house. What's happening, brother? What's happening? Calvin's in the house. I can't believe she thinks that money is hers. Yeah, I can't believe it either, Calvin. But it's come right out of her mouth. She believes it's hers.
That is
And she will tell you flat out, it's mine.
that is so crazy.
What's that, Mikey?
That is so crazy. Like that's
Oh,
so unhinged.
yeah, it is. I don't know. It's kind of off the wall, batshit crazy, if you ask me. But hey, she's figured out her grift. She's figured out how to get those people to open their wallets. More power to her. I mean, what is it? A fool is easily parted with their money. Right now, Lisa has about 50 followers. The rest are just people watching to see what she's going to say. Oh, that's stupid from somewhere else. Yeah. Right, Big Al? Yeah, that's what it is. And don't get me wrong. We have a big percentage of our people that watch our show that are just like hers. They're people here to see what we're going to say, how we're going to say it, so they can run back and say, Lisa, guess what Coop and Georgie said? Oh, I'm pretty sure we'll be talked about here soon with you being on here today. Sticky Widget been a member for 5 months to Coop's Kooks.
Every time they talk about me, my views go up. Keep talking about me.
Yep.
My views go up.
They love Badge Nation.
Not that I'm.
They love Badge Nation over there.
I'm not in this for the money. I'll take the money though.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Look who just rolled in. Look who's here. Oh, bingo! How you doing, girl? Oh, what Big Al's got so much go? Coop, are we financing their hate channel? No, I'm not.
Oh, there's Kevin.
Yeah, I guess we are.
I don't think you were here. We were talking about only me getting timed out yesterday, coming after me.
Right. I don't know what this guy's objective is. Do you, Mikey? I mean, he's an avid lover of Lynette and Crook. Why is he in chats where they don't like Lynette and Crook? I don't see what he's trying to gain from this. Is he trying to switch sides and maybe blend in with a different crowd? What is his malfunction? Why is he doing this?
It's. I mean, the answer is they're off. They are off. So it's hard to explain. When people don't act logically, it's really hard to explain. And when you deal with mental illness and emotions, people are never logical.
It just, I don't know. I don't think I've seen any of the Jeremy Hill supporters. Well, they only have 2 channels. They got Miltoast and Fleesa, but I mean, you'll see only me. He's what?
Greg of Scotland's got me laughing.
Mr. Coop. He's an arrogant British pick troll. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that.
And what's funny is the fact that like when someone like only me comes after me, all you've done is shown me that I bother you. And you're just encouraging me to bother you more.
Right. I just don't get his logic. I mean, he's been in our chats before. He's in Rosalind's now. He's been in Tug and Megan's. He's been in several other chats. And I don't see his logic behind it. I mean, he came in here and he was so interested instead of rubber ducky. He was so interested in your puppet show. He's in Georgie and I's chat, right?
That bothers them so
You would
much.
think he would be asking questions about, you'd think he'd be asking questions about us, but no, he wanted to know about Skipper. Did you agree with his puppet show? You damn right I did. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, it just took one comment from me over in Tug's chat and he blocked me. He don't like to be called Syrup Daddy.
Do they not realize if they didn't make such a big deal about the puppet shows, I probably would have stopped doing them.
I think they're funny. I can't wait till you upgrade and do better.
Well,
start having the actual hand puppets going on.
well, and I am building a puppet, not for them. I'm building a homeless veteran puppet that I can take out on the street.
Because think about it. You get, say for instance, just an idea here out of the blue. You've got you and I on the screen right here.
Mhm.
Link up with another channel that has a puppet. And then when I turn this way, I'm looking at you. And when you turn, and then you got your puppet doing his business. You could literally have a full-on show with them two different channels going at it.
I'll tell you though, I am not going to be practicing any type of ventriloquism. I will be moving my mouth.
Well, there's just so many tools at our advantage nowadays that Georgie sent me a couple of shorts from a lady that's got a puppet that does nothing but shorts using that puppet. You don't even see her. She's just sitting there out of the camera and it's just on the puppet. And some of that stuff is just absolutely hilarious.
That's how I've been doing mine. Is like I've got 2 cameras right here on the desk, one this way, one that way. And for this one, I don't have to, obviously this one in Harley Grace, I don't have to do anything. Like it'll just sit there.
No. You couldn't have got a better one to depict Bone Sucker.
Well, I knew exactly what I wanted for him. And what's funny? That's why I didn't have one earlier this year, is because I knew I wanted a skeleton. And I was like, well, I'm going to have to wait for Halloween stuff to come out or pay a ton of money. So I just waited and, dollar store find.
Kevin Sheely says, apparently there are different rules, separate rules for only me.
Yeah, Kevin got
I can
in trouble
believe
for
that.
putting him in timeout for coming after me. He can come after me. It doesn't bother me. Like, people saying nasty things about me online. Like, dude, there's a guy out there with a whole Substack out there defaming me. It doesn't bother me.
No, I don't care what they say. It's when they walk up to my gate, that's when we have a problem. You want to talk all the rhetoric online you want to, go for it. Just go for it. But when you walk up, you cross over my fence line, now we're going to have a problem.
I'm in a castle doctrine.
Oh,
state,
Sharon said,
so people, I'm in a castle doctrine state,
Do what?
which means my home is my castle. And if I think you're here to do me harm, lethal force is authorized. So,
oh,
fair warning.
Sharon said he did not like Tug calling only me out and a coward. I'm assuming Sharon's talking about Tug called only me a coward and he didn't like it.
I'll just say it. Only me.
Yeah,
You're
I can
watching,
see that.
You are a complete fool. You might as well just give the money straight to Lisa, because that's where it is, and it's not going anywhere else. You are a fool.
Nope. Unless he gets the law involved, that money's not going anywhere.
Sweet Yankee Bell just got 400 subscribers. Awesome. Am I subscribed?
All right. All right.
I didn't know she had a channel. I might have and might have subscribed.
Yeah, you got we've got several of our mods that are content creators. You got Yankee Bell, Mama Coop, you got Paul, you got Dennis. Georgie makes a little bit of music, not as much as those guys do, but those guys release music almost every single day. And they are growing. They are actually growing like crazy.
Well, she's now got 401.
Because it's not been that long ago. Yankee Bell was just under 100. Kitty cat.
Conspiracy Kitty wanted to come on.
Now, that right there, the color of him is the color of what they call alley cat down here in Florida. And we had one that was like that. It was an outside cat when I was growing up. Oh, you talk about a mean cat. Oh, baby dog needed some love too.
Oh yeah, if the kitty gets attention, the dog has to get attention, right? It was funny
But
because
congratulations, Yankee, for hitting 400.
everyone go and
What's that?
subscribe.
Yes. Did Georgie put her link in the chat? Nope.
Throw that in there.
Oh, somebody put Yankees link in the chat, or I'll go try and I think I've got it over on my notepad. Oh my goodness. What is this? YouTube.
I'm gonna put it on my side. So we get her another 100. She can
I
hopefully
can't
monetize.
find it. Yep. I guess I don't have Yankee on my list. Oh, you do.
Look at
There you go.
Here's I just pulled off.
You put that on your side, right? Click. Oh no, come back here.
Wonder if you guys.
Oh, there's
be able
Sweet
to hear
Yankee.
the
She got it. She
purring.
put it up there. She got her up there. I'll
That's what she said.
there we go. Let's go back over here. Okay, get off of this. Where did the link go? There it is. We'll just make it easy, guys and gals. Pin this message. Now it is pinned to the top. So everybody run over and say hello to Yankee. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Show her some YouTube love.
Mhm.
Oh, that's what she said, Skipper. MS Coast Life said.
D spills the tea. Kevin
Right
lowered
on.
the hammer. Boom. What's the one?
Who that?
lawyer?
What that?
There's a lawyer. He's a law tuber, and he's got the knowledge hammer. I've watched some of his stuff.
I don't think I've heard of him.
Yeah, I think he's done some stuff with DUI guy, but he's a not labor, but like a safety attorney. But he does do stuff. I've watched his stuff. He's got a subreddit too that I'm subscribed to. I'm trying to think of his name. Him and Legal Mindset. I also watch.
Gotcha. Oh, Robert says she's at 404 now.
I want to say Brian the
All
attorney.
right. Oh, by the way,
Attorney Tom. That's his name.
we
Attorney
do
Tom.
have two new channels. Hey, what's up? Tug, what you doing, brother? What you doing?
there's
What you
Tug.
doing? We having a what's up? He says. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Great show last night, by the way. Great show.
I didn't watch, but I
looking
wanna get
forward to
those
hearing
emails because I'm going to start writing more letters. Like it's
right
a
on.
14th Amendment
I'm looking forward to hearing them read more of those. Because that was some very telling stuff last night, Skipper.
Mhm.
It was.
It-
You must have a delay on your side.
Oh, do I? Do I need to
But-
refresh?
No, you're good. I'm just out of it today. It is Friday. But yeah, I can't wait to hear more about these papers that these emails and stuff that Tug and Megan have gotten a hold of. This is going to be very interesting. Just the little bit they showed last night was a absolute trip.
Legal Mindset started trashing.
Like I said
when
earlier,
he was coming back. I have no respect for him anymore. I didn't know that. I do know he talked about Nick Rakita. I like them both. I do like them both. I do understand that Nick had a couple issues, and I'm glad that it looks like he's gotten better. Because yeah, I've known people with substance abuse issues, and I don't want to see that for anyone. Cat hair all over me now. It just
They're
got
saying I have to refresh.
just got the notification only 1.5 hour later. Right? That's why, I've told people on my show subscribe to the Rumble, because Rumble is always good about the notification. YouTube, sometimes it just doesn't. I get Rumble notifications from Megan all the time.
Okay, I'm back.
I've
Oh,
thought
on my
about
side,
doing
I'm
just a
seeing
Rumble
just fine.
show.
It's just maybe if I just chink, 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 do that, maybe that'll help.
I'll tell you, Legal Mindset has taught me
Oh,
a lot
Coop.
about Florida law. He's very good about Florida law. Now they're talking about that Turtle Boy case, which I don't know anything about it, but I could see where it could have some crossover with this Jeremy Hale stuff, because you're talking about online personalities and what people are saying. Georgie
Ooh,
trying to
Tug
mess
says
with me,
600 pages of emails.
right? That's the thing that sucks about, like, when I was in journalism school at Eastern Michigan, I had one professor who's like, "You're a very good researcher. I need to make you a better writer." But she's like, "I would much rather it be that way, because people who are good writers who are not good researchers, it's hard to get them in to be a good researcher. But you get me like into something, and I'll start like going through and reading stuff." And now I'm to the point, like, when it comes to FOIA requests or open records requests, I'll just do them. I'll just do them, and I can wait. You guys saw with the whole thing with Michelle Keesey. I made that, what, 2 months ago. I can wait them out. Government is um oh, shoot Tug a link.
Oh, yep. I'm on it, brother. I'm on it.
Yeah, that's the thing with government.
Let me grab
They're
it.
hoping that you go away. And if you don't go away, it's like I've said this on my show. I had a veteran years ago who said the VA, if you don't give up or die, eventually you're going to get what you rate. And that's true of most of government. If you just don't give up and you stick around, the only thing I'd say where it's not like that is if you're talking about court stuff, you will eventually run out of like time, like and new avenues to go. And I've learned that
All
following
right.
court cases over the years.
All right. Tugglesworth, it's in your X. I messaged you in X. So
Georgie's gonna be mad.
I know you guys are StreamYard users. So with you being, this is Restream, you probably don't have an account. If you don't, it's real simple. Just start one with it'll give you a choice for Google. Just sign in with Google. It'll bring you right in. But I would assume he's a lot smarter with this technical stuff than
Georgie's
I
gonna be
am.
like, the day I take off and have Skipper replace me, Tug jumps in.
Sarasota. Tug getting ready to drop elbows. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, this stuff is absolutely, a gold mine for content. It's just,
Yeah.
it's going to be wild. And see, this is what Fleece and them don't realize. Jeremy's got all of this stuff under his belt they don't even know about. She's sitting there that, he has absolutely nothing. Well, I don't think the man would put out this kind of money if he didn't have something.
1983 lawsuits are big money. Big money. And Jeremy has, and I'm sure that's what Tug is going to come on and talk about. Jeremy has a 1983 lawsuit. A lot of times you see those with police departments, but it can be any part of government. The moment they restrict your civil rights.
Right on. Mr. Coop, let Tug on. Judy, I'm waiting on him. Okay. Calm your
If you're not
tutus.
used to
We're
Restream, it
just
can take you a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he'll get in here. He's got the link. This is a different platform than he's used to, but he knows all about this stuff. Oh, chat Coopy sent. Yeah, okay. But yeah, he'll be here. He'll figure it out. He's pretty smart with this technology stuff. So he'll be here shortly. But yeah.
Oh, I did. Yeah, one of the people I follow was pointing out that some of these people who were trashing Charlie Kirk, one of them worked for Mercedes-Benz, and they called it out and retweeted it. And then Mercedes-Benz blocked them. Oh, here we go.
Oh shit.
What up? I don't know how the microphone sounds. I just set it up quick. So
Oh, you're going great, man. We can hear
what's
you
up,
perfect.
guys? How's
Perfect,
it
perfect.
going?
Good to see you.
It's going great. How's it going in your
It's
world,
going
man?
good, man. It's going good. I was doing some transcripts, you know, from last night, because I figured since we dropped all that wonderful stuff, we might actually we might get an answer to it, and well, we weren't disappointed.
No, I
Oh
wasn't.
man, I'm looking through. So anybody who's curious, about 2 hours and 59 minutes into their live stream, they make some really interesting statements about those emails. You said, hey, would you like to hear what they had to say, actually? Because I'm, like I said,
Go
I'm
for it, brother.
I'm running my trans. Can
Go.
we share on this? Can I share? My
Yeah, the little
yeah. all
the
right.
little
Yeah.
computer with the arrow, that's the share. Like to share screen.
Second. Let me. 1 second, I'm going to share that with you. All right, there, that. So here's the transcript part of it, right? This is again them talking last night. So she's like, yeah, they're talking about a phone call that I made. Oh, I did. I did call the DA. I've spoken with several people, actually. I met with people. Oh, met face to face. That should be interesting to find out. So I have fun spinning it. Yeah, you know, I love that email. So they go on, blah, blah, blah. But then she makes this statement here that I thought was really interesting. She's like, you know, essentially, yeah, I know I'm being recorded with things. I know that there's records. So I do things to make sure that that doesn't happen. You know, there's no record. It's kept to myself. So she's telling you, yes, indeed. I did indeed meet with people. I talked to them. I met with them face to face. But I made sure that all the stuff that happened there's no FOIA record of it.
Interesting.
Holy cow.
That's crazy shit.
Now, can we say torturous interference?
Oh, yes, for sure. Torturous interference. That's how I feel every time I listen to their show. I feel like my brain cells are being tortuously interfered with.
But yeah, that email you guys shared last night about this particular subject, you know, where she got a hold of the DA. How much damning can you get? How much easier is it to prove Jeremy's point?
Indeed. I mean, that's a bad one. Well, it's funny too. She locked herself into the cost for the fences. Well, you know, $20,000. Oh wait, no, $5,000. It admitted to government officials. So that, you know, that's the total that they told us was covered by gift cards and more. So where they're saying, you know, part of this money went for privacy. No, it didn't. They told you straight out that $5,000 was indeed covered for it. Oopsie. I love it. I love it all.
Right. So where did the rest of the dough go?
Not just that, you've got only me now. I love stoking this stuff too, because again, I don't want any of them to forget. You know, if we circle back, they're like, y'all are running out of material. Oh no, I'm not out of material. I'm hoping that within the next 5 days I can catch up. Just what happened over the last couple of days. But what we're doing is we're reminding people. Like there's 56,000 from one donor. A lot of people, you know, they latch onto that 56K, and in retailing, they forget to say that, you know, that's just one person. So we're talking large amounts. I know there was a person that that gave thousands more, high thousands more. And I heard there's another pretty substantial donor too. So I'm thinking again, if they didn't cross 100,000 just for that, they came close. They came very close.
What really shocks me is now we have two counties working with known felons in the family of known felons. To me, that's a major red flag.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got
Like-
really questionable. I mean, well, not just. You don't just have criminals. You look at what people they did specifically. We have fraudsters. So we have strong-armed extortionists. You know, we have people that they steal money, and wow, they stole money. Well, shocker, right?
I think
Oh,
we're
I'm-
getting closer and closer to this being a criminal enterprise.
Oh, definitely.
It definitely is. Yeah, you are right.
I mean, oh man, these people totally amaze me. I'm baffled sometimes at some of the stupidity that comes from their lips. It just drives me insane listening to this stuff. Tug, you guys show proof on your show every single night, and then they have the audacity to flat out lie and try and spin it in a different direction.
What it doesn't, I'm not surprised by their deeds. What I'm surprised by are the morons that gulp it all down, and they just they don't question the reality of it, because after a while, you would think like any person out there, they would have a challenge to that little bubble that they're living in. But then again, I guess some of them, they don't want that because they've invested time, large amounts of resources. They should ask themselves though, why were they in this? Were they in it because they thought that this family, see, remember for the longest time, it was family, it was child, it was indigent, elderly, all these buzzwords, but it was about Preston. They were supposedly a pro-Preston movement. Really, though, they were an anti-Hales movement.
Yeah.
So they've also turned anti-Preston as a movement. Now, is that what these people got in for? Because they invested a substantial amount of money, and they're all seemingly agreeing with Jeremy Hales lately,
Right.
So, I don't know. I would think after a while, again, I think people are running into that wall, and some people have woken up to it. I've seen more and more people that were tied to the ecosystem as viewers coming over. I've had a lot of them hit me up, but if I ramble to just, be like, yo, because I'll talk over you guys. And I don't mean too bad.
You're cool, man. You're cool. Everybody's got squirrels in the attic.
Ooh, yeah, I love to talk, man. That's what made me a therapist for like years, like you listen to people, but when you work with like schizophrenics and stuff, you do a lot of talking too. Usually you're just listening, but no, heavily mentally ill people now. So it worked out really well.
Well, your background comes in real handy dealing with what we're dealing with about these nutbags. I mean,
yeah, they are.
And that's one thing I keep pointing out about their side is, you have these people who, to me, because I have my own mental illness that I've worked on for years, and I can tell that they're mentally ill and they just want to run to a microphone and broadcast it to the world.
Yeah, a part of mental illness too is you can recognize that you have a mental illness, and that's good, because if you recognize it, you can get help. These people, they broadcast it like you said, but they're not cognizant of it, and they don't want help. And they loop in other people that are severely mentally ill. That's how we had people like Leslie, who is admittedly, severely mentally ill, or Paint Chips, who courts know are severely mentally ill, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember, you can't talk about her. She's ADA protected now. You're gonna be sued.
Oh no. Yeah, already been there. Sorry. Already been sued.
You think about all those donors over there. They spent so much money and given them so much of their time to where if they admitted now that Lisa's full of garbage, that would be a huge ego killer for them, So they're just going to keep riding it out. I would assume
Yeah,
that
well,
even makes sense.
some people are just in it for the hatred. You can be in it for the lulls. I'm in it for the lulls. I love laughing at stupid people. It's fun, but I've got to be right too. Some of these people are just awful people, and they join up for whatever reason. Their numbers though have significantly declined when you look at the amount of people that are willing to join, because they have to jump on the hate train. I mean, they have to fully admit it's not about elderly indigent, it's about hating Jeremy Hales.
Right. I mean, if you look at it, you take, I'm not talking about the fans that watch their stuff. I'm talking about the actual actors involved. Every single one of them have a bone to pick with Jeremy Hales that has absolutely nothing to do with Lynette. Lynette was just the catalyst to start them running their mouth about somebody they've been itching to run their mouth about.
They're using Lynette. Lynette is using the child. They're users and abusers.
Yep. It's crazy to watch, though. I mean, ultimately, I was looking at the amount of money in damages. Man, imagine, like for most of us, imagine having to put out $400,000 to $500,000 in legal expenses. Most of us couldn't do that. Period. And this lawsuit, it hasn't really even gone anywhere yet. So you're already close to $500,000 into it, trying to clear a name. I mean, Jeremy's out there. He's trying to stay afloat, because I mean, again, how much money can you spend before it negatively impacts your business, your bank account? And they've done substantial harm over time. You hear people say, well, I don't want to hear about this, or I don't want to. Well, think about the people who live it. Like that's the one thing I think you find like with us. A lot of us do investigative journalism, old school. We look at every detail. We cover it every single day. Well, imagine living that for 2 years. Imagine them hammering your business, your life, your ability to move freely. I mean,
That's one of the things that amazes me with Lynette and them. Okay. She has no money out of pocket with any of this.
oh no.
She's claimed agency. She's made money.
Oh yes.
And Tug, that's kind of like you pointed out. Jeremy has a lawsuit against the county, a significant lawsuit. That's where he's going to recoup everything. And
there's there's another letter out there, but I didn't mean to cut you off, brother.
Oh no,
I was just noting with that. We've seen enough proof that there is a letter out there that is from Dan Owens to the police department, telling them that they should not do anything for that protective order, not to enforce it. Now they refuse to turn over a letter that we know exists. There's proof out there that it exists. Like, it's not, I'm not fan theory speculating bullshit. I mean, we know it exists, but they're clinging onto it for dear life. At first they tried to play the hint to open investigation. As long as it's an open investigation, they can keep from turning over certain things. Well, they're trying that. I mean, there is a letter out there we still don't have, but when he gets that, the reason I know that's a nuclear bomb right there.
I will do an open request, because again, the more people that start requesting this information, it's going to be harder and harder for them to keep it hidden. But yeah, I've dealt with that here in California. Investigatory records are not eligible for open records requests, so they will sit on it for years if they can.
Yep. Oh yeah, they know they messed up. It's crazy. What we learned from all of those emails is that they did everything in their power to put Jeremy Hales in jail. He has a protective order. Like, you think about that. Like it's hard to sit down and really step through it. We can say the words and we can imagine a little bit, but imagine you get a protective order. It's in another state. You think that it's going to be enforced in this other place where you're being harassed, but instead, behind the scenes, the prosecutor, the main people, plus the police, they're conspiring, they're colluding to put you in jail, trying to find any reason to tear that down. Like that, when I saw that email by itself, I was like, holy crap, man. You know, them talking about investigating a guy for I've never seen something like that happen ever.
And this all started over water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you take Lynette and them, okay? It took a simple thing. Just stop, with the cease and desist.
Mm.
But she got told no, and she proceeded to go and go and go and go. And, they've been convicted. They're actually convicted 3 times in a court of law, but yet they want to claim she's the victim? I don't see how people can do that.
I listened to
Especially
Mike, did you listen to the to the Shara Wool where she put up the police footage on her
did.
video?
It made my day yesterday.
Yeah, I was like, there, you got out like another shout out. Veteran Nation, he did blah blah blah.
I'm gonna go through because the day that was made was the first day of my vacation. I was in South Carolina. So I'm going to pull up, I did a skipper on the beach that day. So I'm going to pull up my transcript and try to think of what I said, because I listened to it a couple times. I'm like, I don't even know what she's saying. Like, something I said proves that Jeremy made a false report. I don't get it.
Well, we've been talking about that earlier, trying to figure out what she was talking about. Because, man, that was last year that you made that, bless you, that you made that phone call. So that's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That can't be what they're referring. Surely not.
But she's crazy anyway. I mean,
I say that, but then again, she's reporting Jeremy in that for something that happened in 2020. The crazy thing about that too, I think I'm either going to go over that video tonight or tomorrow. I don't know which, but I sat down, after I watched it. I don't like covering it that day because I want to think about it a little bit. It's the police's, it's their responsibility to investigate. You, as a person with a protective order, first of all, Lynette Preston should not have Jeremy unblocked in any way. And if her thing was, well, I was trying to pull up text messages. Well, you can still pull up text messages and have a mofo blocked. I know that. I've had a protective order before, and I've had to report stuff that's happened, and you definitely can pull up things that they've said, even with them blocked. So there's no reason that she should have ever been able to contact Jeremy Hale. So, when she called, if people haven't watched it, first of all, you should. Props to Shara. But she's saying, well, I was getting grilled by Randy. She accuses him all kinds of dumb shit while she's saying, but she's saying, I'm getting grilled. I made a mistake. I texted Jeremy Hale. Well, there should be no world where you can do that, first of all. And second of all, it is not Jeremy Hale's responsibility to investigate how that happens. And it's not supposed to happen, period. It doesn't matter if you were in a damn in a court or whatever. You aren't, because I tell you, when you have I don't know, if you've never had a protective order, been to that level where you needed somebody out of your life, I'm sure you've had somebody that is a major inconvenience, and every time you deal with them, you're filled with dread. You're like, oh my God. So you imagine being Hales, open up your phone and having a message from Lynette Preston. That right there, just the oh God, not this. Oh shit, So he 100% was in his rights to call the police. Apparently, Bruce, the beautiful thing I love about that call too, is it shows that Bruce is right there, not only indulging her crazy, but he's part of the conspiracy to try to put Jeremy Hales in prison. I love it.
and Pickle Tink's got a question for you there, Tug.
Sure.
Oh, I know that I have heard Jeremy speak of an investigation being conducted. Will these documents help this investigation?
Investigation. You're talking about like Ohio investigation? I'm curious. Like,
I'm not sure.
Very-
It's
He has said that the FBI is aware. And he said that in reference to paint chips being involved.
oh yeah,
I know I have made two, one phone call, one report to the FBI in relation to this case. Only one pertaining to Levy County. So have they started an investigation? I don't know. But for me, it's about getting things documented, getting reports made.
I'm laughing right now because I'm sitting here making transcripts. I decided to make better transcripts of a bunch of their live streams. I was using like fast ones to go through. I was like, man, I need a better transcript. So I love that they turned off closed captioning because they think that stops us from making transcripts. I mean, you saw I just pulled up a transcript. Well, I've just made 4 more while we've been sitting here.
and by the way, thank you for sending me in the right direction on this transcript stuff.
Well, there's also, I mean, if people want to do, there's free ways around it. If you want to spend like $8 a month, which truly, like I spend money on stuff like that. There's good services like Clipto, CLIPTO.ai. They make damn good ones. You don't have to spend money. You can go and you can, again, there are many different ways, but if you want something where you can just hammer them out, go in. Heck, if there's dozens that you have a backlog on, they give you 7 days free. Go in and transcript the shit out of stuff. But there are many free services out there, like we had talked about, where you can make transcripts, and it's pretty easy. Some of them, I got too much of my day, so sometimes I'll use like a free trial for a service, like Clipto. I'll use the free trial. I'll go in. I'll ask somebody else to set up something. We'll use another free trial. They just make stuff with that. There are other people that keep transcript everything they do. Everything. I don't think they realize this. Every video they make, every statement they make, all of it is cataloged. There are very motivated people that go after it. I mean, there are people without microphones that they don't want to be heralded because these people will attack them and attack their families and more. But man, props to you folks. You know who you are. They do amazing work.
Oh yeah. We were talking about community earlier, and just our small little community. We've got some super people that research a lot of stuff. They they dig and dig and dig. And they don't want to be in the limelight, and I can understand that 100%.
There's a weird thing that happened. So here's something maybe you've heard about. I don't know. I'm in the middle of a discussion about this, trying to figure it out. So the other day, there was a message that from Bruce to 2L, it was put in their chat where they removed it, right? And it was talking about the Polymop website. And he was saying something about this or that, like what happened with this or what happened with that. Well, weirdly enough, the domain names for it, they've switched over. If you look, the ownership looks like it may have moved. So I'm wondering if that was in reference to an ownership change. Like maybe a certain person ended up with that website on their own now, and they didn't want that to be public. Yeah.
Like somebody out of their circle?
Yeah, potentially. Well, if you look up websites, interestingly, like these people, you can kind of tell, you can go into like who is, and you can look up domains, and you can find 2L all over stuff. Like again, Polymop, for example, like that's her registered website. But you see transfers, like something has changed there. And I'm wondering if like maybe they transferred it to, again, this is all speculation. I don't know. I can't say for certainty. They can, again, if they do not think this is true, they can say that. But Bruce, did you end up with polymop.com? Is that why they didn't want you to know that publicly? Well, I mean, it's his word, they've been monetizing it and shit, but it's his word. He came up with it, and you know how he is about that stuff. So
I just sent
I'm
you
s-
an email to a link to a Facebook group where I have a lot of stuff, a lot of screenshots from way back when. So if you want
Oh,
to, I like going through that every once in a while because I'll now notice things that back then I didn't notice before. Um, that we've showed some of it, me and Coop on my show, but it's amazing to me, like none of these people realize the internet's forever. There's
Oh,
they've
yeah.
left so many breadcrumbs on everything.
but yeah, Tug, you'll like that group. Because, see, Mike and I and Georgie, we've been following Jeremy for years.
Mm.
And especially Lynette's Friends and Neighbor Facebook group, where she did most of her trash talking. Mikey has got treasure on Papa treasure over there, screenshots.
Did you hear them say it? So Mike mentioned that he had gotten some information, with respect to Robbie, with Robbie's wife, like again, FOIA requested information, and he was like, "Yeah, I sent it out to everybody. I sent it out with Tuck, Megan." They're like, "Oh my God, proof of conspiracy!"
I remember that. Yeah, she was going nuts. That was one of her unhinged nights.
So it was so funny, man.
And
I
here's the
was
thing:
like,
we
"Oh my
sent
God."
that out to so many people. Like even
Mhm.
who aren't covering the story that I do know cover stories like this. I'm like, hey, just so you know, I send them my thing, and then I send them Char's video, just because if they're interested in doing this story. Uh, if there's no wrongdoing, you shouldn't be opposed to people doing the story.
Man, oh man, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, she just full on crazy those 4 days with every bit of her content.
Oh yeah, like crackhead crazy. Hey, you want to hear something fun, by the way? So, with regard to our lawsuit, we've people are asking like, when will things happen? When will this or that happen? Well, interestingly enough, our esteemed our esteemed counsel for the other side doesn't want that to happen. It seems they keep avoiding setting up dates to have things. They don't want to be involved in open communication for that. So I guess the court is going to have to affix a specific date. I guess we're going to have to walk around them while we're doing that. They've tried to delay everything, but
Their
the thing that
strategy
we
is just a delay.
yeah, well, and it's crazy because really what we want a hearing on is her being a vexatious litigant. Because if that falls, there under the law, there is no reason why she should not be labeled a vexatious litigant. And on top of it, again, she lost her. I'm sorry, she retired in lieu of discipline. That's the formal way that she can't argue. But I mean, really, she lost that. She's permanently retired. That's that's something that looks bad anyway. But on top of it, all these other lawsuits that she's opened up, yeah, I mean, she meets all criteria, 100%. So she knows she's in trouble. They know they have screwed up. They are under siege on so many fronts, so many different lawsuits. It's wild.
And with everything like this week, I said, well, now we know the Grangers. It's just a matter of the judge accepting that motion, and it's another loss for her that can be used against her in Ohio, can be used against her in federal court. Like they're just stacking up losses.
Did you watch the video itself? Have you seen it? Then?
I did.
Did you watch
Uh,
the hearing?
From court?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Because, she was sitting around. She also lied about it afterward. She was like, he never said anything about, writing checks.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Yep.
did.
Somebody leaked some.
He said he was
some
inclined
DMs.
to accept the default judgment.
Yeah. I mean, that's.
And go ahead, Tug.
That's bad. No, I'm sorry, man. Like I said, I get talking. I don't mean to. I'm just a talker.
Oh no, you're cool, man. You're cool. You're cool. Ain't no biggie. We're having fun here. We're talking.
Yeah, man. I was like, well, I usually don't have time in the middle of the day, but the kids are The kids were worn out yesterday. I kept them up all freaking night. So we got up early. We did a little bit of the school zone. They're like, I want to go back to sleep. So I was like, all right, y'all can take a nap.
Well, hey, anytime you got something you want to get out there, just shoot me a line.
Oh,
Anytime
man.
we're on, we'll bring you on, brother.
I love BSing. No, I appreciate you guys. People, it's so weird. When you look at the anti-hells groups, they organized, they got together and they tried to do real harm. And, they try to, they try to mirror that onto other, like, we all loosely talk, very loosely. I've never been on y'all's show, but I enjoy it. When I can catch you all, I do for sure and more. But it's interesting how you can see, like, if you want to compare what a conspiracy looks like versus people that are just interested in it, compare the two. Look at what comes out of these people's groups. The leaked messages, what Shara shows them doing, and then just look at people covering cases. I've never seen a conspiracy like that. I really hope Jeremy Hells gets justice. The Fed 1, I think, is pretty locked down. Again, I don't feel very good about Bolitho sometimes, but I still think that's going forward. Fed 2, man. Fed 2 depends.
That's going to be a leap. That's going to be. I believe he's got the evidence where he can show it. My concern is Randy going to be up to the task of showing it?
See, I think it's part of the judge too. So, Bolitho,
right.
Bolitho has a hate boner for these guys. You can see it. Like some of his statements, I believe that they created a pillable error, like major pillable error. When he went out, he tried to get Lynette a lawyer. He referred to, in Fed 2, he referred to Fed 1. They haven't combined the cases, but he still referred to it. So that's a huge problem. That showcases bias there.
Yep.
And again, I don't know. There's some people in there, I don't know what he has against them. Like, I'll be curious to see more. You only have to showcase so much to move forward, and then you get into discovery, decide if you cut loose people. But I'll be curious to see what all's there for Miltoast, for example. I don't know. I don't know everything with him. As far as everything out there, again, I think, is he part of a conspiracy? I very much think so, yes. But it's the proving it. I think the strongest people, again, 2L, you have Bruce, certain ones you can lock down. But I think Fed 1's locked down. Like you said, the Grangers are locked in. $50,000 ain't a joke either, for Lynette Preston.
He seems to be more like that family member that they just keep locked in the closet that every once in a while pops out. Nobody really talks much about him.
That's true.
And he's been in it since the beginning. I was trying to find it. Somewhere I've got a screenshot where he was trying to join in June of 2023, my Lynette friends and neighbors Facebook group, where we just were making fun of her because she came on the scene so quickly, and it was like, oh, she is clearly insane. And he was trying to get into that group, and I know I've got the screenshot somewhere, I just haven't found it yet. But he's kind of like their useful idiot. He's just always there and willing to do whatever they want.
Jeremy done put him in his place once.
Did you see his shirt posting? Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, shit. Let me see if it's up here still.
I'm really interested to see what Lynette files in response to Randy's default judgment motion.
Jeremy's process server just needs to take the papers, DoorDash some food, put the papers in the food, and send it to his house, and he will accept it.
I'm not even. I'll get him served. I will. Like, no joke. I'll serve you Miltoast if you'd like me to. I will. I'll do it for fun. I would want to be compensated my trip and stuff, but I definitely get served.
$4,000 right now on the table, baby.
Yeah, I would. I'd serve him. I would do it for real. I'd go out there and I'd serve this freaking ass.
Didn't you hear Jeremy? He's done doubled it. 4,000 grand.
Yeah.
That'd be
I've
worth a car trip, wouldn't it?
it'd be funny. I think it'd be worth the lull period. I don't even think I need the money. Just to be
Holy shit. Can you imagine him open the door and there's Tug standing there with this mask on? It looks like an umbrella. Here's your paperwork.
actually I give him a sack full of food. It's umbrella colored, you know, and be like, what the what? So yeah, check this out. So these are the kind of things. Remember, Milto says that he's not doing anything. He's not in the bands at all, you know. He's poor victim, right? But at the same time, he's putting out shirts noting that he's a proud unhinged freak. He's selling them to places. And his thing, so yeah, it's really funny that when they're doing this, when they're putting it out, he's like, 35% of my profits go to I'm like, 35%, man. Are you kidding me, dude? Come on. You know, if you're going to try to make a show of it and pretend that you're doing something for charity, like give your profits to it, not some weird total like 35%. Yeah,
He's looking for relevance is what he's looking for.
he is. And look, even doing something like this, he is 49 from the likes. What's really interesting, though, I noticed on one of his videos, the commentary there, he said something about, again, I'm paraphrasing, but he said something about having many videos just like the one he had ready to go. Okay, so he's telling us he already has content that's lined up. You have 2L saying, oh, this is a great video. You should share it. It's like, wait a minute, you should share it. That means that when it was given to them, it wasn't public. So they're, as part of their conspiracy, they're you know, they're sharing content with each other that's not public. Again, they just, one thing by itself would not be a conspiracy, but they prove they're in it. Miltos proves that he's not some unfortunate victim over and over again. If people really think that, they should look at his content. He made a video while he was crying about Megan and I calling him fat. He made a video alluding to the fact that Megan and I have some type of relationship. You know, he makes a quote unquote parody song. Then he goes on, this blew my mind. He goes on some other show. Somebody sent me a clip to it, and he was crying about it. He was saying, the thing that I created, it's really parody. That's the funny stuff. But the things they do to me, when they make fun of me being fat and 350 pounds, that's really too far.
Now, who was it? Was it Felisa that said if you call somebody fat more than 3 times, it goes from just an insult to legal?
It was her and Robbie. And they were saying that it's the targeted harassment. I was like, no. Hey, Lisa, fatty, fat, fatty, fat, fatty, fat. There. How many times I say it there? Is that legal?
The best defense about any libel or slander is the truth. Like, what's your BMI, dude?
Oh, and I don't know. I think it was you and I, Mikey. Yeah, it was you, me, and Georgie talking about Miltos. And Mikey enlightened Georgie and I on things that we didn't even know. He has more than just one channel, Tug.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's one under his own real name. I mean, jeez. That's beautiful.
I didn't even know all that.
Yeah, it's because nobody watches his garbage. That's the reality of it.
I got screenshots of his posts where Jeremy had copyright struck him because he was using portions of Jeremy's videos and saying he was being harassed by Jeremy by that.
I need to go back and pull the commentary again where he was talking about how John Cook's a piece of garbage and John Cook was harassing him. You remember those old messages from back when?
Oh yeah.
So I need to go in. I've got somebody, if somebody doesn't mind, by the way, listening out there, if you do have some free time and those handy, send them over to me again. I need to, I'm pretty sure I have them filed away, but my God, this case.
You just reminded me back when Travis was going live and they were putting on the music in the background. They were putting on a local church station. It was a Christian radio station. And I kept calling in to that radio station asking for prayer requests for Harley Grace just to try to get something on. And Miltoast said that was me harassing the little girl.
What?
Oh
What?
my
Asking for
goodness.
prayers is. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, you're pointing out the hypocrisy of them doing again. You know, what's weird is that any action that any of us take, they try to utilize it against Jeremy Hales too. You know, none of us are connected with Hales. I mean, they're like, Jeremy Hales pays. I was like, holy shit, I wish that dude was paying my salary. That'd be awesome. You know, like he seems like he'd be a great freaking boss. You know, I'm sure he could drop some mad cheddar on that. But no, I make fun of fools for a job. I do it for free, but you know, I like doing it as a job. But Jeremy Hales is definitely not a benefactor on that. I don't think he's ever super chatted or anything. In fact, I think you know, he's a nice guy. One thing I will give him, like typically I don't make that much contact with a person, but I have contacted to make sure that he's okay. You know, to make sure that these people aren't driving. I'm afraid sometimes when they do some of the really crazy stuff, and you can feel the pressure that he's been under. I'm afraid for his mental health. You know, that's how you crack people. But he's been nice enough. Like when I've had some medical issues, like he reached out. I thought that was. I mean, you know, that's a showcase of a pretty decent person. So.
Right.
He came on with me, Georgie, and Coop, and he didn't have to. So I'm very thankful that he did that. But that was the only time we've really conversed. We traded a couple emails. He came on the show. We talked. But I said I do not want to talk about the Otter Creek drama. I wanted to talk to him about business, and you know, he was fully willing to do that. And you know, I'm thankful that he did. He didn't have to.
Right. I enjoyed that segment, but yeah, I'm still waiting on my paycheck. Apparently, I'm supposed to be getting one sometime soon, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, and my favorite one is where Jeremy's literally paying people money to super chat you and and Megan.
Yeah, I heard that one. I was like, that has to be one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. You know,
That's how y'all are getting paid by Jeremy Hills. Is he's giving money to your supporters to pay you for him.
What butt hurts them, and I love bringing this up because they hate it when other people have success. Like they go nuts when we get super chats. They go nuts, like you know, when we do better than them, and that blows my mind. They were talking about last night they were talking about Megan, and they were talking about her. I saw this in the. So I always look for specific notation. Like I look up Megan, Tug, Jeremy, and I go through. Well, I noticed them whining and complaining because Megan, she had some bills for college, and go get a job. I was like, yeah, she has a job. She makes fun of your dumbass.
Rosalind Duke wants her $2.
Yeah. Oh, Brent and Madam Mayor, don't we all work for Jeremy Hills?
There's a whole video about Brett working for Jeremy Hills. Cook was stalking him.
Oh, yeah.
Those people too. So one thing I realize, you never know how a guest is going to be like when they come on. You never know. Well, with Madam Mayor, they're the nicest people.
Mm-hmm.
They are the freaking nicest people. The way that these folks have tried to make them look, give them this specific public perception, is so nasty. I mean, considering even from John Cook and Lynette Preston, they admitted how Madam Mayor and husband came over, saved John Cook's life, but they still run a campaign trying to destroy them and destroy their reputation. It's wild. Gonna end up owing him $50,000, baby.
Oh, that's going to be marvelous right there.
Oh, I'm gonna laugh.
Granted,
I'm gonna laugh for a week.
I don't think they'll ever see the money,
Oh no.
but it's still just the idea behind it. Oh shit, what do we got here? Oh, D says it's for me, not Jeremy. Thanks for the $5 super chat, D.
I
But
think you can see that property. Not that I don't think Brett and Madam Mayor actually want that. It's a former dump.
Right.
But I could see them immediately turning it and selling it to Jeremy for use of like keeping his tractors or something.
well, 1.66 acres, that could be a new mini trailer park.
I'd like to go in there and recreate my vision of my turtle game. I'd like to get giant plastic turtles and put them on there. You know, I'd turn it into a plastic turtle rescue. So
You got the real things over there though. They're huge.
no, I wanted a plastic turtle rescue. I don't want real ones. You know, I want to rescue. I want to recreate because I want to recreate the thing that was there before. I want to turn it into an amusement park. You know,
Georgie and I were talking about if Jeremy wins both of these federal law cases, do they realize? And I don't see how they're not getting nervous because do they realize if he wins, they don't have any money, but they're going to be financially slaved to him for the rest of their lives.
They take bad legal advice. See, you can tell from what Lynette is saying that they think that they can write off a lot of this legal. Again, we've seen many cases. Like all you have to do is look it up. It's so easy, but they're lazy. They're fucking all lazy. But all you have to look up is malicious intent. You can't write off doing something with malicious intent willfully, but they think that they won't have to pay because they all think they can file bankruptcy. They are convinced that the way that is gone forward here, that'll actually work. And it blows my mind to see.
So maybe that's what's giving them the nerve to keep doing what they're doing.
Well, they have they have an assortment, let's just say, of legal opinions I would not refer to. I wouldn't listen to a disbarred lawyer or a quote unquote retired in lieu of discipline lawyer, nor would I listen to a clown that cries about Gainesville to Gainesville to Gainesville, but that's just me.
I don't know if you heard about today's update, but the bankruptcy attorney was just given something by the judge that they haven't submitted all the documents and they have the judge's warning 3 days to turn it all in or the case will be dismissed.
This guy's they pay him $6,000. They pay him 3 times what anyone else. And he can't file paperwork. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
He's blaming on the fact that he lost his ability to file electronically. Did the U.S. mail quit running or something?
Yeah, for real. Well, he got $6,000, man. He could use for the extra thousands he can't deliver. But ultimately, this is what Lynette Preston, the ecosystem, they can't fathom. No matter what happens, he gets to keep the money. So he does a terrible job. Yeah, he gets 3 times the case in this. So good job there.
What you got to say, Mikey?
Oh, I was just going to say he's in Miami.
Right.
I've never looked into it, but I guarantee you there's a federal court in Miami where he could just go deliver the documents and say, hey, it's all the Fifth Circuit. Could you please add, or I'm sorry, the Fourth Circuit. Could you please add this to this case? And they could do it.
We have 3 districts in Florida. We have the Eastern, the Central, and the Southern, or the Northern, the Central, and the Southern. So Lynette and them, they're in the Northern. The Central is where I'm at. And then you have the Southern, which is down Miami way, and down around there. So yeah, he could clearly go
clerk court, the federal circuit there, and just say, hey, add this to this case.
Right.
Alley Cat said that carrier pigeon would be faster than this guy. It's true. I could smoke signal it in. I'm waiting
Right.
for that. They're going to call it. They're going to have a fire department out by his house. He's like, no, I was delivering the project by by
Truth,
smoke signal.
he's probably
yeah.
waiting on the documents from her. He's probably waiting on stuff from her.
I got I don't. It just drives me nuts listening to these people. But you got Fleesa. She's sitting over there talking about, oh, y'all don't know the strategies we got behind the scenes. Could this all be their strategy to deliberately have it tossed out the first time to
Yeah.
prolong it and then come back again?
Well, on the same time, we don't know the strategy, but she threw Bruce under the bus again last night because of the money. It's not her fault. We played the clip. I'm sure you all have all heard it, but we played it too over in Rumble. If you haven't seen it, go over, check out Megan's last Rumble. We played 10 minutes where they are talking about what's going to happen. Bruce, he's on their freaking channel. He's doing an interview. He's telling them point blank, this guy's going to represent it in 4 different cases, for $6,000, which is insane. We all commented on it when it happened. But now their master plan, the plan behind it. Yeah, the plan is to throw anybody under the bus if something goes wrong. It's beautiful. I love it, man.
So she's still sticking to her guns on it. This guy's a bankruptcy lawyer. Okay, I'm sure he's probably qualified for the other cases, but he's not on record as their attorney in these other cases.
She also said, oh, well, he was at the hearing. Yeah, he was at that hearing as a bankruptcy lawyer. Like he was only there to tell the judge that there was a bankruptcy, and he failed at the reason that he was there because his point was to delay that case. But how do you delay the case when
he was charging her?
I love it.
But she claims that it's all Bubbles. It's all on Bubbles about the $6,000.
Yep.
Well, Bubbles doesn't have a platform. They raised all that money on her platform. Her fools are the ones that dished out their hard-earned money to this person. So isn't she just as responsible as Bubbles?
Was she saying it's a fraud then? If she's throwing him under the bus, is she saying there's something wrong with what happened? That's the first
Right.
thing I'd like to understand, because otherwise she should either own it because it was part of the master plan. And if you go back to when that first happened, they were all proud, pounding on their chests, back patting and saying, this was our master plan. She was right there in it. And then it went sideways because the donors were like, hey, wait a minute. We didn't give $6,000 for a few months delay at best. We were giving you $6,000 for a lawyer. I believe, by the way, just to make it clear, I believe that everyone is entitled to a lawyer. I 100% back the idea that she would have gotten a lawyer, maybe a competent lawyer. You can't get one for $6,000, but she should talk to a person outside the ecosystem. She should talk to a real lawyer, one that isn't Bruce or these people, because these people have given her terrible legal advice.
She did have Silverman, but she's also the type to seek out people who only support her insanity.
Yeah, like Amber Heard did. Okay, so in the Amber Heard case, what we found was the insurance company, there were 2 insurers. And there were 2 camps. There were really good lawyers, but they would tell her no. And then there were the enablers. Which did she pick? She picked enablers. And guess what? She lost the case. She should never have lost that case because those kind of cases, it doesn't matter if the truth is on your side. And for Lynette Preston, she not only provided so much freaking information out there, but when they had the money to get a lawyer, she continued to channeling it into people that Bruce brought in, like Stark. When you read that contract, what you really find out too, there's a part in that contract that really stands out. Let me grab that thing. Give me a second. Let's see.
I remember that about Amber. She had like New York Mariners insurance.
Yeah.
That stood out to me. I was like, huh. And I started doing some research. I was like, it's one of those old insurers, kind of like Lloyd's of London, where they've been around for forever. so they just have massive amounts of money and they'll insure anything. But yeah, she
It was fascinating. You know, she screwed
and
up.
that's why she ultimately didn't get a payout too, was because she didn't go with the correct lawyers.
Yeah. Yeah, she screwed up her own team. You know, and it was ego. It was all ego driven. And that's the same thing with Lynette Preston. All ego driven. She had people, you know, if you listen to her talk about Bruce, Bruce told her what she wanted to hear. Like Silverman. Well, Silverman got her a mother of a deal. Silverman let her walk away from that trash fire where a judge got removed. The only thing that would allow her to win. That judge gets removed. Silverman manages to get her out. No money whatsoever. What are they doing now? They're talking about trying to sue him. You know, here's that contract, by the way. So the thing that really stands out, if you look at these contracts here, is, let's see. Here, I shared it with you.
With Amber Heard, she had a benefactor too. She was having threesomes with Elon to pay off some of her legal debts. So you see a lot of parallels with this case.
Who I hope there were three. Yuck.
Well, I don't
Thank you for that
was
awful.
only me, but she's got.
She's her own worst enemy. I mean, in my opinion, the way she goes about talking to people, it right from the get-go turns them off for any kind of help they would be willing to give her.
Yeah, why would you give that amount of money to somebody that, you know, she'll be begging for money, and then at the same time she'll lash out at the person and call them like all kinds of terrible stuff. I mean, it's quite amazing. Here's that contract, by the way. So on the third line of it.
There we
I
go.
pulled it. Yeah, I had to reset it. So I shared it and then unshared, shared, but I finally got it set up there. Well, in the third part, you can tell Bruce's main objective is not pay. That's a main secondary objective, in my opinion. But the main objective that comes out again and again is that Bruce wants fame. He's made that clear before, but you see it through all of this stuff. Like when you go through and you examine, see, one of the problems, we always focus on the main players. We focus on Preston and we focus on Cook, but we don't really ask the right questions sometimes. Like, why are these other people involved? You know, what is their motivation? You see it clearly here with 3, for example. Bruce Manskin, he's going to do as much writing as possible. But of course, Stark, he could get to do this or that and that. But what was the main point? The main point, and this is Bruce writing this, by the way, because Bruce he'll switch to I. You can see it like in 4, you know, me, Bruce Manskin, I. So
my drafts.
Yeah. But he says the main point is that he's a contributor. He has to be in control. On top of that, too, on top of control, he gets to control. What is he controlling? Well, not only is he writing as much as possible, but he's the voice. He's the out-of-court legal spokesperson. He's the one that appears on everything. He's the one that talks to the media. He gives press statements. He prepares them, too. He consults with Scott, but he controls it himself. So this is the person, the whole point, going back to Lynette Preston on that, this is what she ended up with. She ended up with people who would humor and placate her. They talk about how difficult she is. They talked about it with Shara. We saw messages about that. Yeah, she's rough, but still, you know, blah, blah, blah. But reality, he wants his. And she's in a bad way for it, too. And she deserves what she got, of course. I'm not trying to take any pressure off of her. She dug this hole on her own, but these people, they're bad people too.
Scammers.
Yeah, I love it. I love that, man. I'm so proud of it.
Oh, but you look at him, for instance. This isn't the only grift that he's done this, like where he wants to be the guy. He doesn't want to be the guy on record. He wants to be the guy pulling the strings behind everything. And then when stuff goes south, he wants to cut and run with no responsibility. That's the way I see him. How far off am I?
No, I think you're 100%. I think what we do is we could really do a good psycho analysis on some of these people. Like look at Bruce and look at not just his motivations, but his mindset. Bruce, God, the ego on that guy is tremendous. And like you said, he's a profiteer. One second, I can clear my throat. He's a profiteer, but also, you don't just profit with money. you get fame or infamy. I guess he would settle for infamy. But do you remember when we first started hearing from Bruce? He went on 2Ls and he talked about he was going to bring other lawyers into this. He could see this as massive lawsuits. It would cover many YouTubers. He was going to sue us all, and it would be everywhere. Like he talked about that. And when that didn't happen, well, how often do we see Bruce anymore? That's amazing stuff. Oh, but anyway.
I love the way they parrot everything that they hear. I mean, you got Jeremy sitting here saying that there could possibly be criminal charges throughout all this. Now Lisa's running around, conspiracy. They're all in a conspiracy. They're going to go to jail. It's everything Jeremy says. It's not but a few days later, and she's saying the same thing about all of us.
Yeah, they do that. Well, I think the best point on that, and you're pointing out a great one with this. Remember the dogs thing? Remember Shara talked about Lynette Preston and the 2 dogs. Well, when that started getting loud again, when we all started bringing that up again, suddenly she had gone to Otter Creek and there was a story about Jeremy Hales and he had harmed 2 dogs. She was going to show the proof later on. I mean, it's just stuff like that. I mean, that's spot on. It's not an animal abuse or anything. It's 2 dogs. Like she just parroted the same thing back, like you said.
It's amazing the stuff that they come up with, but I'm going to be straight up honest, guys. If I was in a federal lawsuit against me for millions and millions of dollars, last place I'd be is on YouTube running my pie hole.
I definitely wouldn't, if you want to cover your lawsuit, that's different. But don't potentially dig the hole. Again, could they win? Sure. They could also lose big. So.
Mm-hmm.
I do thank them though, because all of us, Bruce, 2L, all of them have made it perfectly clear that Bruce, for example, he said there was nothing we could ever do to harm his business. His business had never been harmed. He wrote Dave Neal that. So none of us have ever harmed his business or harmed his reputation. I thank them. I'm glad they continue to run their mouths because as they do, they destroy lawsuit. They also, there was a statement that they made about HG recently, where they said that nobody had harmed HG. And then I was like, okay, well, thanks, Bruce. Thanks, 2L. Thanks, all you guys.
Well, you're a father yourself. You have small children yourself. And my question is, they keep saying, well, not they. Lynette keeps saying how bad her family and HG especially has been harmed. How has this child been harmed?
Well, your children shouldn't understand what's going on.
Just they're putting into her.
Yeah, I mean, she claims fake CPS. I've dealt with that. We just dealt with that, man. That sucks. Like some asshole calling CPS, sending them to your house. That sucks. Her though, her own statements say that CPS, she's not going to report horrible things to the authorities because she's afraid she'll lose her child. So. In that letter she sent to Char, that's the prime example that I'm referring to there. She said, bad things are happening. I won't report it though. Why? Because it's so bad that CPS may take my child. Okay, well, that's not a false call. When people are calling, again, PSA, do not call anyone or contact anyone. I'm making that clear.
Most definitely. We run that through our chat's head every day.
Yep. But I mean, they've done it. I mean, CPS. What really blows my mind is the hypocrisy of these people. I know. Like I talked about the other day, I had just gotten home. Luckily, my kids were not here because we've dealt with this before. I've done the drill. They want to talk about fake CPS calls. I've dealt with it a dozen or more times. I'm trying to
Holy
think now.
shit,
Yeah, I've been there. We've been through that.
man.
And this time, and the kids have been asked awful, let's just say awful things. They try to, when I say this, I'm not focusing on the CPS people. They did a good job. They were nice. They always have been, but my kids have been asked some horrible things. But I gotten home. I forget what I was doing that day. Now it won't dawn on me. But I'd just gotten in. I sat down. I figured I'd sit down, prep for a live stream. I turned on the TV, and I heard something. I was like, "What the heck?" Somebody knocking on my door. So I checked my cameras, and there's a car in my driveway. I thought, wow, what the heck? So I went out, I'm yelling because I'm a ways away. I yelled, "Hey, I'll be there in a minute, just a minute." I got to put a shirt on. I just, I got uncomfortable, and they yelled through there. Well, this is DHS, this is DHS department. Well, they use the whole name and just have a few questions, So I find out through, I have to deal with them 2 times plus, let's see, 3 more phone calls just to make sure. Even now with closeout, there's always like a few hanging threads. When I say a case is going to be closed out, God, it takes 2 or 3 weeks to close the thing out properly, but they had called in, and they called in allegations about my wife, who is not here. She's not even around, as I noted at that time. She had gone into she's in a rehab center, had been there for weeks, but they had called in some kind of a claim about her, and they were claiming that I was actively using drugs around my kids. I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. Fun fact. I actually, way back when I had a substance abuse issue, and even to this day, I had it because of a injury that I had. I have a permanent disability, I have a problem with my knee and my side. Because I have a permanent disability, I have a placard for it. But, back in the day, they used to shovel pills at you, take this, take this, take this. And it did cause me a problem. So at that time, I had gotten medication afterwards, before my kids were born. This is well before that. I started taking a medication that does not allow me to utilize drugs. So not only, you don't have to take my word for it, I've never given myself even the ability to screw up. I've been doing that for almost 13 years. So, that's, it's funny. I was like, yeah, that can't be real. That there's no, I don't drink. I don't do anything, I do nothing. My kids, I want them to have a really good life in that. But in those situations, it puts the kids not only in the crosshairs. My kids, they know by now what CPS is. So my oldest daughter I had to spend the night between, where they're coming back. I have to tell her what's going on. There's going to be somebody come and ask questions, and she knows what they are. They've done that before. So, she's upset, worried, crying because she's afraid that these people, they might pry her out of her home. And it's a fucked up situation. As much as we laugh about it and laugh at their stupid and how useless they are, they're very good at terrorizing little kids. So, anyway, I don't remember what got me on that subject.
So, as a parent, okay, I know you and Mike both have kids. Mike's has got a teenager, and you've got your little ones. My thing is as a parent, my kids are grown. They're out in the world doing their thing. But when a situation comes up like this, where you're dealing with family services, okay, or you're dealing with something like Lynette's dealing with, the last thing I'm going to do with a small child is say anything to this child about what I'm going through.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys being parents, I can't see anyone sitting their child down and pointing at the computer saying, that's a bad man. Why does that child, have to be involved in this at all?
Putting fear into the child.
Right. So who is the one actually hurting the child? Is it the bad man on YouTube, or is it the mother saying that's a bad man on YouTube?
Yeah, no,
From the video Shara posted yesterday, Megan pointed it out, and I thought it just made me laugh because it's like, yeah, she pointed out, oh, she's talking about the child being in a safe place as she is verbally abusing the child and screaming at her.
yeah. What really bothers me, I've never heard her be nice to a kid. There are moments when you have to be stern with a kid and be like, no, you can't do that, and stuff. There are those moments. Okay. I could cut a parent some slack on that, but I've never heard a positive moment. It's always, anytime there's a recording or anything else, she's yelling or more. I would ask the anti-health ecosystem this: if it were somebody else doing that, would they have a problem with it? If they caught me on every video I ever did sounding like that to my kid,
I've
what would
never heard you get
I
out of
don't think
line
that's
with your
good.
youngins ever.
Mhm.
I'm probably over, like, too nice sometimes to my kids, but I want my kids to understand that they're loved. I think there are other ways you can handle stuff, and my discipline is raising my voice, like that is a discipline tool. So if
Right.
well, that's what scares me about a person. Okay, if a person is always screaming, that is not a discipline tool. That is just their normal. If that isn't a discipline tool, then how do they discipline? Because their baseline can't be the screaming. Again, that can't, if that's your baseline there, then what do you do to really make a point to the kid?
I used to say that with Marines. I had a couple Marines over my career. They were like, you don't yell at your Marines. You don't, treat them, as subordinates. And I was like, well, I don't need to. I don't need to yell. If I come in the office and I just don't be nice to people, the tone changes immediately. And I haven't had to raise my voice at all. I just have to not be nice to people and they know, oh, Skipper, it's time for business. And I've kind of done that same thing with parenting. You just, if you're nice all the time and all of a sudden you just are quiet, they know something's
Yep.
up and I better fall in line.
Yeah, well, I've seen bad parents. I dealt with them in therapy for a long time. Terrible, terrible fucking parents. And unfortunately, I hear a mirror of that when I listen to these people communicate.
Mhm.
And that, hey, like you said, you also, if you treat it, you should ask yourself this as a parent, I guess. Would you treat an adult that way? Would you scream at an adult all the freaking time and demean and belittle them? No, they would, sooner or later, they'd lash out at you. But that's the baseline that I hear from these people. But yeah, like you were saying, though, letting kids know, I don't let my kids understand what I cover. My kids, my oldest is getting, she's closing in. She's getting closer and closer to those teenage years. She's still got a year plus off, but she's getting closer. So she understands a little bit more what we do, but she has no business being around it. She doesn't need to understand like what kind of crazy threat someone like a paint chips levels or anything. They understand stranger danger. They also understand that, if they ever worry about something, dad's strapped. Dad will take care of him. But God, I can't imagine. Could you imagine making your kid fear like that, Mike? Could you imagine
Oh.
feeding your kid fear?
No, in fact, I was part of the Mr. Rogers generation. He was always on TV, and it's been pointed out many times where he would cover, or not cover, but he would talk about things that were bad events. But he would always point to the first responders and say, look at everyone helping each other. That's what it's about. And for me, parenting is the same thing. Like, you point out the good things, you highlight the good things. They have to know that there's consequences, but you don't have to make that the focus, and you definitely don't have to raise your voice. And for me, someone had asked, it was actually my brother, asked my son, has your dad ever spanked you? And he said no. And he goes, do you think your dad ever would? And he was like, nope, don't think he would. And I was so proud of that moment because I was spanked as a kid, and for me it was just about I wanted to be better, and I don't understand why people wouldn't want to be better.
Well, just imagine this child is scared of a cardboard cutout. Why?
Yep.
She's been told she's going to get spanked in the mouth.
I mean, the Travis thing, though, is the perfect thing. It is. It's the perfect example because stranger danger. Okay, the people across the street, sure, if I wanted to, like, if I were in a situation like that, just to say I firmly believed I would limit that press, and I firmly believe people are in danger over there. I make it very clear to my kids, hey, avoid those people. Like, we don't go around them. I'm not even saying, hey, those are not good people. Just stay away. I'm not drilling the boogeyman.
Oh, I hear you.
It's freaking insane.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Well, boys, it has been a true pleasure having the two of you on here today. But seems like my internet is starting to make Tug sound like a robot. And I've got to skedaddle.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you having me on, brother.
Man, anytime. You've got me on or what is that? Twitter? Yeah. Oh, X. So shoot me a line anytime you want to pop on, bro.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey,
you
Mike,
got some time and want to come on and chit chat?
Yeah, thank you for, as always, you didn't have to come on, but thank you so much for coming on.
Yes.
We really do appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Yes, I do.
Time in the day, and I'm
you
glad.
opened some eyes.
No, I mean, you guys are fun to goof off with. You guys do you do good stuff. I think that going forward you pick up more eyes, and this will be we still have a long way to go in this case, but after this there's so much more to do. But anyway, I will catch you guys later then. I appreciate y'all.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on once again. Chat. Big round of applause for Tug popping on saying, hey. Oh, man. It's been a long one today there, Mikey Bakey.
Getting our money's worth.
And your booty probably a little sore sitting up there.
I'm used to sitting every day. I sit in my office. But I will be outside here in a little bit with my shovel.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to pull the plug on this puppy. Mama's sitting over here still dressed. So that means we're going to get something to eat for dinner. I really appreciate you coming on with me today, Mike. It's been a pleasure, man. It's always a pleasure having you with us.
I love hanging out with you and Georgie. Make sure everyone, if you're not subscribed, subscribe, like all that good stuff.
Right. You guys, I'm pretty sure most of these guys are subscribed to Tug and Megan, but if you're not, hit that subscribe button to them guys and Mike. Okay. Got to show love to everybody involved. And guys and gals, we'll be back on Monday. We go Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. I think it is Eastern time. So I'm not as good as Georgie is with this saying goodbye shit. So I'm just going to say, fuck it. Poof. Have a good one.
Rise and shine, folks, it's that time of day. The team of crews here to light the way. Coffee in hand, they're ready to roll. Chat breaking news, straight to your soul. justice where it needs to be. Spilling tea and truth for you and me. Mr. Coop's got radar for the shady and absurd. Georgie's giggles follow every witty word. Or the Timu crew wake up every morning bringing chat, breaking news. No yawning, Mr. Coop and Georgie show. Let's go. Don't miss the truth. They're always in the know. He's got eyes for bullshit, calling it out on the spot. If Georgie don't catch you first, he surely will hard or not. Georgie's laughs are contagious. Please don't break her. Tune in now. Let's watch this justice shaker. Mr. Coop's on the mic with that keen inside, sniffing out fakery like a hound's delight. Georgie's there clutching mic, stands in two hands. Her laugh so infecting it echoes through the land. They'll peel back the layers of every rumor and fib, and you better believe they won't take any snob's jib. Truth's their weapon, humor's their shield. Together they conquer every battlefield. Yeah, the Timo crew wake up every morning bringing chat, breaking news. No yawning, Mr. Coop and Georgie show. Let's go. Don't miss the truth. They're always in the know. He's got eyes for bullshit, call it out on the spot. If Georgie don't catch you first, he surely will hard or not. Georgie's laughs are contagious. Please don't break her. Tune in now. Let's watch this justice shaker. When the world's a circus full of clowns and mime, Mr. Coop's on patrol, there's no waste of time. Georgie's giggles burst like fireworks in the sky. One chuckle from her and you feel 10 feet high. They're the Dune and the duo, no capes but full of flair, calling out the bogus with style and flair. The Timu crew wake up every morning bringing chat, breaking news. No yawning, Mr. Coop and Georgie show on a roll, yo. Catch the truth before it starts to mellow. He's got eyes for bullshit. Watch him take a stand. If Georgie don't catch you first, he'll reprimand. Georgie's laughs are contagious. Please don't break her. Their justice is angels, pranksters, cola shakers. Keep your ears peeled, your spirits high with Mr. Coop and Georgie. No lie can survive. The Timu crew's message